And here we go. So everybody who is here, we're going to be going over NerdCity. NerdCity is a very popular YouTuber on the platform. Nerd is a I wouldn't want to say YouTube essayist, but he does kind of fall into that regard. He currently sits at 919k subscribers. And he makes a lot of videos that go into specific rabbit holes. As he says, the tagline for their channel is the rabbit holes we'd rather not go down. And I mean, like, his channel has a couple different interesting videos over the years. Some people can see some of the videos are in regards to, things like Sniper Wolf. This video 2 years ago about the worst YouTuber of all time sits at 2.6 million. He does create content that people seem to enjoy. I know of one of his specific videos, I believe, is about yoga pants, which is very interesting. We can look more into the videos of the playlist right here. Things like, looking at merch. And he's been on the platform for a long time. He's been on the platform for about 9-ish years. Kind of started, I think, with this kind of devil content, if I understand correctly, and then, transitioned into NerdCity that we know today. And he's one of the people that actually looked into Daddy-O5, which is, for those who know, that's like old YouTube
very
lore
old.
now. That's 7 years ago that video is. Mm-hmm. And that's a very old YouTube lore for those who don't know. Daddy-O5 was a channel. It was a family channel, but a lot of the content that was created was really just child abuse. Like they were found to be abusing their children because the pranks would essentially torture their kids.
Y'all remember those family channels? Like, there was a bunch of them back then. And that was just the most notorious one.
A lot of them still around.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of those channels were around that time. And it's so interesting to think about because we do exist in a time where YouTube has very much changed in regards to how people react to the platform and how people become deplatformed. Because for a time, it took forever for some of these stories to kind of go off and reach the collective conscious of the internet. And so he was, I could see here he made some interesting videos. He has created some videos with, I wouldn't say a level of controversy, but a very semantics-ish, which is kind of funny because of our guest yesterday being Cybersmith, very much a semantics Andy. There was one particular video, if I remember correctly, it is the Jake Paul video. And the reason why he says part of the reason why he says Jake Paul lies to his fans and things like that was in regards to YouTube's tagline. Their old tagline used to be broadcast yourself. And he played semantics saying that it was illegal for them to do the content that they were making because it was not necessarily broadcast material. And so there were a lot of, in that regards, there were some semantics. I know that over the years, he's had some kerfuffles with the, industry, specifically, some kerfuffles with commentary. Fernando H, I don't know much about the Nick video. If you want to give me a quick rundown in the chat. So, because I
think it was Nicholas Diorio's first video back when he was working with Tommy C from Shot from the Point.
Yes, it was Nicholas Diorio's first live video, his first solo video. He covers it himself. Hello, Cloudy. Thank you. I know you're here and lurking. Everyone, I want to give a big shout out to Cloudy. You see that she is a new PFP made by one of our community members, Rena. Rena does fucking great work, beautiful art style, and that will be hopefully later premiering on a different stream. But yeah, Nicholas Diorio's video, it goes over the Jake Paul video. Yeah, I watched a little bit of that. It was just very much a weird semantics thing and honestly had no validity. And I remember that in the context of some interview in some regards to it's in some regards to oh my god, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, he got on some interviews and said, and I quote, "I don't know if it's illegal. That's for YouTube to discover." But yeah, it's a wild time. It's been an interesting time. Listen, Cloudy, I understand that I keep things to myself impossible. Sometimes I like being excited, but I did want to shout out Rena real quick. But yeah, so NerdCity today has come in under a considerable amount of fire for some of his more, I wouldn't even say controversial opinions, just really bad ones.
I would say really bad takes.
They're just really, really bad takes. So for those who don't know, NerdCity is, let me just find the podcast name.
TBH.
Yes, I got it. So NerdCity is that's going to pop out. NerdCity is currently or was currently at the time of recording, I do believe he is now gone from the podcast. But he was doing a podcast featuring fellow creators Dolan Dark, Pyrocynical, and Colossal is Crazy, and they would talk about different internet topics that were kind of going on throughout the space. Obviously, one of them
31 videos.
Yeah, it started about 2 years ago and only 31 videos. From what I can see, the podcast was more of kind of like a monthly or almost like almost bi-monthly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, their podcast was bi-monthly, but it was very popular because these were all popular creators. They're all popular creators that got together and, worked on a broadcast. Yes. And so they all came together and they've been kind of sharing this content together, analyzing a couple different things. But behind the scenes, it appears that NerdCity has been losing his shit. His proverbial shit, by the way. A TLDR of what has been going on with the recent drama up until today. Kind of starts back in about how long would we say it would be?
From what?
So October 2023 is kind of where the inklings of the drama first begin, and then kind of moves forward, right? So the TLDR would be that NerdCity fell down this crypto NFT rabbit hole, and then he started shilling them on his channel and on the podcast, despite doing research, and you could see it, there are videos on his channel. He did research into them. Let me see if they're still up there, because that might actually be really interesting if they're not. I mean, one of them is there. I don't know if I see, I thought he did more NFT videos, but I could be wrong. But he did videos discussing how scammy they were. And on top of that, he's now being under a lot of scrutiny for making transphobic claims or transphobic comments, such as, quote, saying trans people only transition because they are, quote, sexually unsuccessful. And very, very many strange theories. The way he's talking is I hate using the word schizo posting a lot, but the way that he's been talking about certain facts and certain things has been very going down the it's just a lot of conspiracy. Ultimately, it feels like a lot of conspiracy. Hey, Xylee, thanks for coming in. Chef Boyardee, Mafia, rise up. Xylee, what does that mean, Chef Boyardee?
Last person to say hi to Xylee.
Listen, I'm reading a document that I have while looking at the chat at the same time. I'm doing very many things. Hello. Yes, the diesel orbiters unite. But yeah, it's been a really weird ride kind of diving into this. Oh yeah, thanks, Xylee, love you. Yeah, he does crypto and got into this in the space, which has some wacky individuals with silly thoughts, which he was around for a few years. Yeah, exactly, Fernando. This drama has just been building over time because there are parts of NerdCity that have just been building behind the scenes. And
right,
okay, go on. QTV.
Sorry, I was gonna say like a lot of it to some people have known about this for a while, but it hasn't really reached the more public viewpoint right up until pretty much this past like 2 weeks.
Are you talking about his crypto views or some of his other?
I think it's a lot of it in
Weird
general, like
Okay.
all the Discord leaks and whatnot, how his behavior in the Discord and whatnot.
Yeah, there's a. Oh, sorry, Greg. Go on.
No, I was gonna for TBH. Do we know, or do you guys know if they were like friends before they started the podcast, or if they just did it as like a business partner meetup type of thing?
I would assume in a certain regards they were friends. It does seem like they are friendly enough to make a podcast together and maintain it for 2 years. Like the podcast has been maintained for a number of years. I think the worst YouTubers of all time may also kind of go into part of that because I believe this is Colossal's craziest thing because he's a clown. But one of the things that was really interesting, it wasn't just a lot of Discord leaks and a lot of things that were coming out about him. Because if I remember correctly, Tommy C discussed on his broadcast that they had a kerfuffle in the past. But one of the really interesting things is, unfortunately for NerdCity, he has a very apparent lolcow gene trait. And that trait is arguing with fans in Discords and in comments.
Awesome. Okay.
And
and his own videos and everything. Like he goes after other fans. And Fernando makes a really good point. It wasn't in the public until the TBH podcast Discord popped up and him getting a little mad at the community. That's one of the things here where he was blaming his fellow content creators. Specifically Pyrocynical was the big one that he kept blaming, that they were not tailoring and curtailing their audiences. So because they weren't doing it, they were not he couldn't be in those communities because you're like, they're fucking assholes, they're fucking degenerates, they're stupid, they don't understand me. Why don't you cull your communities? I can't believe you're doing this. And so that was what he was mainly angry about. And we have some of those Discord leaks and things like that, but I kind of want to start with specifically kind of going into the NFTs. He went nuts on Reddit as well. I actually have one of the Reddit posts because, and this is a little fucking spoiler alert, he inadvertently defends Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
He inadvertently defends Dr. Disrespect by fucking claiming it could have been a psyop. Like he's like, oh, maybe
okay.
Twitch op.
Yeah, it was
Twitch
a Twitch
ops.
gay op. Emphasis on the gay. Like it's like I'm not even fucking joking. So this is a tweet thread that he made about his NFTs in October of 2023. And before I begin, I want to say this, and hopefully she's able to join later. I want to thank resident fucking investigation lord of herself, the fucking patron saint of getting that information, Nani. Nani put this document together. She has given me a lot of this information. She will be joining the show later on tonight, giving some explanation about what she's been seeing in her investigations and things like that. So if you guys want a little peek behind the curtain on how Nani does the great work that she does,
yeah, get your questions ready.
Yeah,
allegedly she works for the NSA. I can't confirm that, but allegedly she works for the NSA.
Yeah.
Allegedly in Minecraft.
She in Minecraft she works for the NSA.
Powers beyond my comprehension.
She does. Nani is one of the kindest, and
she works very hard.
She's one of the kindest and scariest individuals I've ever met, and there is so much Nani lore we will not go over without her here. But she is, honestly speaking, a very good friend of mine, and I care for her very deeply. But she'll be joining us later on the broadcast. So going into this, you know what? I should play some music. Let's see. What music should we be listening to right now? I love playing music while I read these things.
I feel like there should be, since we're doing NerdCity, some kind of new wave retro vibe.
Make sure you're not going to get copyright striked either.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
DMCA free. Play Death Grips.
Play King Diamond.
Let's see. Okay, so this says it's royalty-free music.
Play King Crimson.
Oh yeah. Classic. You want classical music? Okay.
No, just choose one and let's get going.
I know.
This is the synthwave one. It's fine.
Oh no,
it's fine.
Lemon-esque. Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, no,
we'll
Lemon-esque,
look up classic for classic.
Oh, that's true. Classic.
No, you know what? Classic is all DMC3.
It should be.
Generally speaking.
Let's see. There's 11 hours of it. Hey, Lunar, thank you so much for being here. I know that you can't stay out, but you know what? I want to just say it's greatly appreciated that you showed up today. Thank you so much. All right.
That works. That works. Perfect.
All right. I'm going to have to raise it like all the way.
Yeah.
I can't even make it louder, but that's fine. It's under track.
It's background noise, bro.
It's background noise, everybody.
Yeah.
NerdCity. Why am I talking about NFTs when NFTs are dead? Because that was the plan for the first time. I'll explain the secrets of the Dead Avatar project. The Dead Avatar project was his NFT project. That was the name for it. What the name meant, what our tokens do now, and why I've dedicated so much to it. The Dead Avatars project thread. I'm Nerd, from the YouTube channel NerdCity, and the host of the podcast TBH TBH Podcast. I work on long-term projects that matter to me. Most of our videos concern trends that grew into something harmful sometimes when education might nudge into a better trajectory. God, I know this music way too well. Let's see. Artists were left behind by the ad-supported model that other creators thrive on. I know many are struggling to cobble together a living by live streaming, commissions, or doing NSFW gigs. I'm going to lower the music a little bit just because every time the vamp happens, it's super loud.
I didn't even know it's even called a vamp.
Vamp, well, it's a crescendo, but...
Oh, okay.
Vamping is when you play a specific piece.
All right, Mr. Opera.
Yeah.
Vamping is what we're doing right now when we're stalling for time.
Exactly, stalling for time. So, let's see, we'll get back to it. Artists were left behind by the ad-supported model that other creators thrive on. I know many are struggling to cobble together a living by live streaming, commissions, or doing NSFW gigs. I made videos about this in 2019, sharing the best practices for buying art.
This dude's just yapping. I just want to know what he's planning to do. I don't need.
Yeah, I know.
He's talking a lot.
It's a long fucking thread. In 2020, I saw two trends converging to disrupt art further. First was AI. After an early AI tool pivoted from gang babies to diffusing furry and anime PFPs, I realized AI will soon sap commissions, even fetish art. Adapting to new revenue streams becoming urgent for artists.
NFT bro blames AI, bro. This is crazy.
Yeah.
It's NFT versus AI. Everything is fucking converging all at once. It's fucking beautiful. Meanwhile, in collectibles, rocket fuel is injected into markets for all rare assets, from shoes to toys to VHSs. Speculative buying lifts to the price on the blockchain art, even on old art that was free. A cool wave was coming that artists can ride if they learn how. Enter Gary V, who spots trends and resells them via pep talks and his firm's lackluster services. As he catches wind of NFTs, I reply quickly, asking him to not teach the concept to non-artists. His impact is worse than I fear, and it reveals the farce of high-end auctions. A tsunami of scams hits the art markets, matching the urgency of Gary V's Finspo press tour. God, there's so many fucking words, dog. The trend is dominated by low-effort art backed by nobody today. Most people think that all NFTs are. Almost all of these PFPs would go to be abandoned by their creators.
Much word salad.
Listen, dog, get to the fucking point. You're boring me. Dead air. NFTs become a crime scene. Negative attention brings more bad actors who are in a rush to capitalize. The frenzy sours the scene for artists whose good work takes time. Gary's minions, like the Paul brothers, shill crap until the public is revolted, just like in 2017 with Pod merch. I'm glad.
Is he blaming the Paul brothers for like the downfall of NFTs?
I think what he's discussing is that it is a part of a larger issue into what is happening with NFTs, because he seems, I think what Nerd is trying to say is that he's trying to be pro NFT while also navigating how that works. And he's trying to navigate how, because I have seen when NFTs were first created, I saw a lot of artists that I liked express that, hey, NFTs are going to be a great thing. It's going to allow creators to monetize their art a lot better in a long-term fashion and allow that auction to constantly get a return on investment. But NFTs have never been able to meet that aspect because it's okay. Music is loud. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, listen. The music is beautiful. It's hard to constantly adjust it in real time. I'll adjust it again. Yeah, it's like killing me. Classical music just gets loud sometimes. Better. Let's see. So we're back here. I was looking at a Social Blade, but that's not the point. So it seems like he's coming for the defense of NFTs, from what I can understand.
He's clearly the victim here.
Yeah, he's clearly the victim so far. Let's see. And then this is where he starts getting a little upset. The witch hunt in response, an equal and opposite mania begins. Seizing on the unpopularity of ugly scams, big YouTubers whip their viewers into a frenzy for weaponizing misinfo. The glee is causing anxiety for artists, and bullying them for selling art makes me sick. And these are just some of the kind of...
And then getting, I don't want to say in trouble, but basically in trouble for them.
If you wanted a speedrun getting canceled on Twitter, just tweet about your upcoming NFT drop. The Twitter mob will fucking blast you.
Can you unannounce something? They take the NFTs back.
So that's a thing too, is that NFTs have been met with a lot of criticism, and I feel like what NerdCity is not really addressing is the actual criticism. And it's, you're blaming people for creating a witch hunt when there are a lot of rug pulls, pump and dump scams. We live in this is fucking October 2023. We already know that a couple have already happened. That's really wild for them to even claim or even go over.
Boogie literally just did it.
Yeah, he just did one
like 2
after
months
this.
ago. Boogie
And not
did
even
it.
like, this isn't even like 2 at the time. This is at the tail end of and Boogie's was crypto. This is NFTs.
I mean, yeah, it's
a
crypto,
step.
but how many people are going to be like, they're going to see a comparison or an analog between the two, between crypto and NFTs?
Well, yeah, I mean, so NFTs are inherently tied to crypto, but crypto isn't inherently tied to NFTs.
Right. And I think the thing is that while I agree with that, I do think that there's a broader argument to be made that crypto itself, and in the way that we see it today, is not the same as it could be. And one of the issues is there are a lot of rug pulls, so people don't really see them as 2 separate entities because they exist in the same realm of non-fungible tokens, all of these kinds of things, decentralized earnings. And so that's just one of the things that I think he is kind of missing the mark on. Let's see. Let's go back to this. 99% of these will die. What can I do about it? I get to work on an afterlife or a resting place for dead avatars. How might we demonstrate permissionless, decentralized tech while welcoming good-natured folks who join into making friends and collect art? Thanks, YouTube! After seeing viral videos, many repeat claims that don't stand up to scrutiny, like money harming artists or ETH ruining our planet. That's actually not a bad claim that actually is real. There is a lot of evidence to say that the way that we are currently using tech and bit mining is actually hurting the environment. There was an article about it with AI because Google was forcing AI down everybody's throats. Killjoy says this kind of feels like him trying to navigate saying NFTs. Am I right? And shill his own NFT project. He's trying to preemptively squash criticism. Yeah, exactly. He is trying to get ahead of the thing. But this is a post-mortem of his NFT project, if I remember correctly. That's kind of what a lot of this is. But I'll have to double check. Digital economy, smaller carbon footprint.
If he can ever say what he's trying to get to.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he still hasn't gotten to the point yet.
I'm waiting
I
for
know.
him to tell me what his
Oh
deal
my
is.
god, I have to fucking. Why are you so long-winded, you asshole? How the turntables. The WEF, #1 driving force behind decarbonization goals and ESG, and authors of the UN's SDGs are now not sure how to undo widespread misinfo about crypto, which they seeded by attacking Bitcoin in 2017, but they love ETH and the feeling is mutual. I mean, I don't really give a shit. Get to the fucking point, please. For the love of God, get to the fucking point. There's much more to recap, but that's the short version. Bitch, that's 13 tweets. Not only that, you have Twitter fucking blue.
That's what I was thinking. You have blue. This could have been much.
This could have been one post.
I fucking lost more viewers fucking covering this shit than this fucking man has fucking Twitter posts right now. This was not a dig. This is just a reality of how fucking boring this man is. Oh my god.
Putting people to sleep.
Yeah, putting people to sleep. Okay, let's see how the fuck this could have been an email. Killjoy, this could have been a fucking newsletter. This could have been a press release. Hello, Nani.
Hey.
Hello. Welcome, Nani. Hello.
Hi. Yes, I have to look at your screen. I am finally here.
You're good. I'm going to.
We have been stalling.
We've been vamping. We've been vamping. No worries.
Let's see, Nani, keep on speaking so I can raise your volume.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to find out to do the noise canceling because I don't have my headphones on. I'm using my computer.
You're fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, it sounds pretty good.
You sound pretty good. I just have to raise you on my end, and then you'll be up to everybody else.
No worries. Yeah, no. Me and my grandmother talked for like 2 hours. At first, she was like, "No, there's no sense." He was like, "No, yes, this is what happened," and so we had a good long talk.
What?
And I know where my Italian comes from now.
Well, there we go. So Nani, we're kind of going over
Italian in this podcast.
My Italian comes from Falgi.
Yes, I am your beautiful
And Chef
Italians.
Boyardee.
See, we had
Fucking
German
Christ.
supremacy yesterday, and now it's
Yeah.
all Italian.
I don't like
you're
this.
right,
I
yeah.
don't like the fact that this is fucking Chef Boyardee. Why
We
are
got
you?
Falgi Italian, we got Nani Italian, and me in Hood Ornament, geared up with Chef Boyardee.
Yeah.
I'm mostly
I don't-
Jewish, at least. I'm a third. I'm a third Irish, a third Italian, third Jew.
Before
Oh, there we
today,
go.
you are Italian.
Yeah, you are now Italian. So Nani, we're kind of
You
going
got
over.
knighted.
We are going over your document right now, and we're kind of going over the tweets that he covered on NFTs. But for our audience who doesn't know you, Nani, who the hell are you?
Who is
So-
Nani?
I am an internet sleuth that I still somehow manage to touch grass. Somehow. But basically, I see something, I research it. Usually I strike gold. If not, that's okay. I'll find another way.
Or
And
you see
that's actually what I
something,
do.
you get you get a brain bug, you research
Yeah,
it. to help.
yeah. You find the
Yeah.
brain
And then
bug.
she saves it.
Yes. No, but Nani here is one of the main researchers for FPS Diesel, as well as some other creators she does a lot of research for. She's also a very good friend of ours, and is very, very nice in helping this small channel, but also kind of I like platforming her. She deserves more work. But yeah, so we're going over Mr. fucking Crazy Pants's NerdCity's NFT project. All I can read through this fucking Twitter thread is a lot of cope.
Yeah.
You don't need, if you're creating a project, you do not need to defend it this much for there's so much fucking cope. It's like, okay, so let's get back into it. So we're talking about tokenized art. The 3 common criticisms are low effort, 2, does nothing, and 3, exploitative marketing. Oh my god. How long is this fucking goddamn Twitter thread? How are there...
Listen, you haven't seen the half of it. Not even talking about... This guy loves to yap. I am going to direct you to... Was this him? Is this the correct one? Okay. Apparently, okay, so is this one? Or... Okay, so
Yeah.
you see the... right before the rapid, so it's under transphobia. You see the rapidsave.com NerdCity says blah blah blah.
Let me just pull up the doc on my side, because I have the doc on the side just so nothing can be revealed from that information. Since you did such a good job on it, I'm not revealing your sources.
Don't show your tax folder.
Never show your tax folder. You said which one? Under the transphobia.
Yeah, so it's the third one right above the video.
Oh, you're talking. Is this? Oh, this is the comment where he like talks fucking big about the comment. Yeah, I have that pulled up. I have that entire fucking paragraph pulled up.
Yep. Like same here, but I at least have it a little more concise.
Again, so before you came in, and for those who are just coming in, one of the things about NerdCity that makes him very interesting is that he has the unfortunate lolcow trait of arguing with all of his detractors, and that includes his audience, people in other audiences, and fucking Reddit of all places. Why do you argue with Reddit? They save everything. Fucking stop fighting Reddit every fucking 5 minutes.
Why are you arguing on r/YouTube drama?
Yes. Why? You've become YouTube drama. Stop.
Places.
That's the worst place to go, bro.
Yeah. Cool Anime Girls, NerdCity is a YouTube essayist content creator that like explores a bunch of different things. He explores content about the Paul brothers and like their illegal nature because their standards aren't broadcast standards. He looked into kind of yoga Instagram, where people are editing their photos to make them look more appealing, so it looks like their products make people look more appealing, which is a very common tactic in modeling.
And it was a part of the TBH podcast, which will come up later.
Yes, it will. So, okay, let's get back into this. Oh, why am I doing this? 1. Critics. NFTs are low effort. High effort content is my jam. I dedicated a year of this to this series, editing and assembling a collab with many pro artists. I earned respect 10,000. I learned to respect 10,000. Okay, that's just weird. It's hard work. So far, 5,268 sold, and I have 5,000 done. I see our rarity guide. This is just, oh god, this is a fucking flashbang of color. Oh my god.
I refuse to believe he actually did all these by hand.
Oh.
You want to know what's funny? CoffeeZilla actually mentioned him in one of his videos.
Oh,
because of the NFT stuff. CoffeeZilla.
Yeah. He does. It's very clear he does not like CoffeeZilla. This is a fucking perfect song to play during this time, by the way. But no.
Got your focus.
I am focusing. Eric's Blue says that Booker in a different Discord pointed out that Nerd has deleted things. Yeah, and these NFTs, he has deleted videos. These NFTs also don't look good. They're fucking garish as shit.
Well, okay, so
He's
these
deleted a
look
lot of videos.
a lot like the skeleton version of like the Bored Ape NFTs.
That's exactly.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Or my thought.
Okay.
Very
So it
similar
wasn't just me that
concept.
saw this.
But NFTs, by and large, are all kind of formatted towards that same style anyway.
Right.
Like they all kind of like that's the quickest model. That's the only difference is how you skin it, so to speak.
Yeah. This is like so much. Yeah. This is an insult to skeletons. Skeletor 1 is kind of fire. So my thing is like my issue with content and NFTs at large like this is just because you have more fucking Bored Apes than dead avatars doesn't mean that it's any better. You're flooding the market. That means technically you're oversaturating your market, which is a terrible thing. So I don't know why you're doing that. Oh my
and
god.
you gotta imagine too, like you have two markets at play. You have three markets at play. You have NFTs as a whole. You have your own individual NFT marketplace to, of which ones they want to buy within your own pool, and then you have whatever currency it's actually on, and then I guess to fight all the other, however many hundreds of other coins are out there now.
Yeah.
The irony to this is, you could take this base image and throw it into like Mid-Journey and just get countless number of variations.
Well, now you see why he hates the AI bros.
Yeah. And that's what this specific tweet is talking about is that he did at one time have the ability to do that, and they did attempt it, and it didn't work in certain regards. Or it did work, and it just like wasn't something they tried it. It's very clear. Nerd aesthetic is 80s and 90s. Scuff VHS. I don't give a fuck about your aesthetic. Yeah, you were still doing the NFT thing. Y'all over here on NFTs, and I've always been stuck on where this guy came from. The branding of NerdCity seemed to have happened in 2016, but the Ask the Devil videos are from 2015. Yes, he did rebrand. It's very clear he rebranded his channel from Ask the Devil to NerdCity, and NerdCity was just something that kept.
I went back that far.
Oh yeah,
I went all the way back.
That's our Nani for you. Nani has a lot of deep lore, so when we come up with deep lore questions, Nani is going to give beautiful answers, and I know she will. So, like, okay, there's so much going on. I made so many mistakes. Lessons of color theory. I don't give a fuck. NFTs do nothing. Yeah, NFTs don't do anything. You're just buying things. There's literally nothing. Are you offering anything to the world? What are you offering to the world? Absolutely nothing? Do you want to know why you're absolutely... Okay, this is... Brother, why not Patreon? Okay, is this just a long-winded conversation just to say NFTs? Oh my god, NFTs. Look at this. And then, like, my man is just fighting people in the comments, right? Yeah, he did... The devil does pop up in later videos. I did see that, right? So, like, so much sad seeing a talented creator scamming his audience. This is no scam. Thank you for the compliment to pull your head out of your ass before speaking. I love NerdCity videos, but I'm glad this project is doing good for artists. But this tweet legit appeared on my timeline 11 times, but it's getting irritating. I don't think you realize how much of an idiot he is. Trust me. Go on.
I have a question, and I guess I should probably ask more artists this, but like, do they actually even approve of or like or are positive about NFTs in general? Because the artists that I have talked to are very much, they don't like NFTs.
Yeah, they don't.
Most artists are not in favor. The ones that are like the ones who got in on NFTs like initially when it first started, and then like there was a fellow who put his whole portfolio for sale via and he made out like a bandit, and he could still, but for like your average Twitter artist or so,
that's what I've heard too. I want to make sure. So
because I remember there were two see this my videos and my art rip bozo when he says that love your videos and art, but this ain't it. Like, so he's constantly listen, and he goes down. You guys can see he's just still fighting people.
Hey, Diorio
showed his Twitter account made purely for the NFTs.
We mean this one specifically for the NFTs?
Yeah, like the... Yes.
Yeah. So he uses...
So, like, that's his whole persona, the top one. Like, that's his whole act. So it fits into that. It
does, and I'm not saying that this doesn't fit in, but one of my main critiques of this is that if you have to defend your project because a lot of people dislike your project, then maybe this was not the way to get in. Maybe you discover a different way to introduce artists to this space or create something that artists can get behind. I understand what he's trying to do. It's very goodwill and good-natured, but the problem is that NFTs don't last very long. This project didn't last very long. These fucking they currently
public perception is negative mostly for
exactly,
NFTs. Especially now after after the bubbles popped, so to speak.
Yeah, the crypto bubble has popped for a long time now, and now I'm gonna just turn off the classical music, and we ended on a good thing. But the crypto bubble has popped for a very long time. So to think that, and it popped in fucking 2023 at that point, and this started in 2021. We exist in the year of our Lord 2024, and it's dead. The shit is dead. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? This is, yeah, like, this project's been dead for a while. I don't even know what these fucking things cost. I don't even fucking want that on my search history. But yeah, this was a very ill-advised project, in my opinion. But one of the big things that popped up, people tried to build it up again, but it pops every other day. Yeah, that's the thing with a lot of crypto markets, from my understanding, is that it is fast and loose money. And that's why rug pulls happen so often, because they play so fast and loose with their money that the people on the top get pulled. There was something really interesting that a long time ago, I looked into NFTs just to understand what the hell was going on. And there was a really interesting article where a company purchased an artist's portfolio for, let's say, X amount of dollars, let's say $300. They then made a 300 times reimbursement or 300 times profit on their art. And that person just sold their art, and they can't get any money for it, because not only did they take the art that they had, they then generated from the art that they created, and then created more NFTs until the fucking bubble bursted on the art. So NFTs have always had a shitty history. And to deny that is crazy.
No, I followed the whole crypto uprising and then the collapse. There was like Luna, and then it led to Terra Luna also collapsing, and then we got Celsius, and then we got FTX.
Yeah.
We had a few others affected because of the Terra Luna crash, and then Tether is mostly fake and made up anyways. So I'm very knowledgeable about this aspect.
Yeah.
But what about Dink Doink?
Oh, fuck off. No Dink Doink coins.
Oh, got MILF token.
MILF token. What's the fucking...
Dogecoin?
I do remember MILF token.
Crypto Zoo.
What about CryptoZoo?
Okay, the only reason why I know CryptoZoo is because CoffeeZilla covered it for like...
What about For the Kids coin?
Oh, For the Kids was fucked
yes.
up. For the Kids was the most fucked one of them all.
That's a fucked up one.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
Yeah, Dogecoin.
There was only one person that was genuinely invested in innocent out of it, and he got punished too. I forget, it was the blonde.
I forget which one it was.
Yeah.
He was the guy who had he didn't sell any of his
Yeah,
coins.
he didn't sell, he didn't do anything, and it sucks because it looks like he genuinely believed in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think
at least there was one good person. Only one.
And I think that's the thing, is that
Save the Kids coin, that's what it was.
Yeah, Save the Kids coin. That's the thing that people, and I think NerdCity is ignoring, is that the marketplace is just like, it's, yes, it was one of the phase members for Save the Kids. The marketplace was never there for it. And I understand you wanting to inject a positive will into cryptocurrency, but it's bizarre of him to believe and to think that the pushback wasn't going to happen. And the fact that the pushback was happening, he got upset by.
Members.
Yeah.
I mean, do y'all remember like the Ice Poseidon stealing money from for the CX coin?
Yeah.
And then like when CoffeeZilla asked him, he's like, "No, I'm not gonna give the money back."
Yeah, he was never gonna give the money back because
it was $300,000.
Yeah, because he's a piece of shit. Like I'll fucking say it live. It's not alleged. You're a piece of shit. When you scam people, when you scam your audience, you are a piece of shit.
Right.
Yeah. And now he has the fucking Hunger Games going on, and apparently some random tweet. No, I think it was from John. Like, people are biting each other's faces now, and I'm like, I have not even gotten to look at that.
Yeah, I don't even want to
compile stuff for a Tozy too.
Yeah,
I mean, no one cares about Ice Poseidon anymore. He's getting arrested in Malaysia.
Yeah, for something.
Whatever.
Yeah, he's Ice Poseidon. Nobody fucking likes him anyways. His fucking orbit is just there to make a quick fucking buck and run. But moving on with NerdCity. There was a document kind of going around. This specific document here was NerdCity, the pot calling the kettle black. Right? And then
managed to find it.
Yeah.
So I realized that was the one.
This was the one. This was the one that was going around a lot of commentary spaces, just discussing what the fuck is happening with this guy. So
this was the leak, you're saying?
This necessary. So here's the thing. It wasn't really a leak because he was doing all of this publicly. Calling it a leak would be that this man wasn't doing any of this publicly.
No, I mean the Google Doc itself. What is this from?
This Google Doc was compiled by individuals in the commentary space.
Okay.
In regards to what has been happening with his.
Calling the title black, you mean?
Yeah. If I remember correctly.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, I don't find a Google Doc. Well, like this is a Google Doc, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a Google Doc.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah. And this kind of goes into like who Pyrocynical was, who Dolan Dark was, we kind of covered some of this a little bit. And they released their first video in March 2022, and things like that. So this was part of one of the things in what was happening behind the scenes in the Discord. TBH had a Patreon Discord, and NerdCity was banning detractors in the Patreon-only Discord. People were paying money to get in this Discord, and when they would say anything that he didn't agree with, or they would either chastise him or make small jokes, let's say about fucking Dead Avatar Project and all this shit, he would fucking ban them. He would go and ban the audience who has paid to get into this fucking Discord. Like... Yeah.
That's too much time. Too much time.
Like I said, he also would ban for cat gifs.
Yes, we'll get into
gifs.
We will get into the cat gifs. We will get there.
Maybe I just didn't get access to something.
Oh, Nani, if you did, and we're gonna live break that, please make sure that there is redacted information in there.
No, I'm just gonna send a picture to you, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, I see."
Okay. I will view it later. So just to read kind of one of these things. So this is about the TBH Discord Patreon. Many YouTubers decided to release merchandise. Yeah. Okay. Let me live voice chat. Let's see real quick. They can't see this.
Oh.
Let's see things that are just leaking now.
All right.
Oh. Okay. Have fun. Have fun with that.
Enjoy that. Enjoy that.
Have fun. Okay. He probably made lifelong. He probably made like 20 lifelong A-logs for the rest of his career, banning paid members. Yeah, he 100% did. So TBH ways of doing this was creating a subscriber-only Patreon account, costing users $5 USD a month for a basic tier. In this subscription pack, Patreon users are entitled to Patreon-exclusive episodes, a Patreon Discord server, and access to early releases of this podcast. The hosts were extremely active in the server, which held over 1,600 Discord members, which unfortunately got so many fucking people.
Sorry, I just saw something.
No. Oh, Nani, you'll have to. We may break that later. Hey, Star, what's up?
I know. Don't worry. I'm not talking about it now, but I'm just saying that's why I'm giggling.
Oh no, guys! If you guys don't know, Nani is one of our favorite people on the internet, and she may be becoming privy to specific information.
What?
And it's funny.
I'm just reading this.
Yeah, remember, one member is $5 or more. $5 or more. So I don't know what's 1,600 times. I don't know, 5. Somebody fucking do the math while I'm doing this. Let's see. This opened an avenue that allows people from an amalgamation of different internet celebrities to interact with. Will obviously attract. Oh, okay. I need to mute the Discord real quick because I can hear everything. But
sorry.
No. That's on me. Do not disturb mode. Let's go. I'm very proud of Nani. I do want to say this right now.
If they're 5 apiece, it's $8,000.
It's $8,000. They're fucking making $8,000 split 4 ways is $2,000. Like so they are, and
a month,
and we don't know their split. I want to say this: we don't know their split, but apparently, NerdCity was in charge of a lot of this because at one point he may have allegedly locked the other 3 members of the podcast out of the YouTube channel. This is alleged, which is very interesting. I just want to say that. Why would you do that? Opening an avenue that allows people for an amalgamation of different... I already read that. Proving in this expose will show how Nerd disregards different communities, only want to interact with his words, intelligent, like-minded individuals, which is an understandable attribute. Like anyone, it's embedded in psychology for us to want to interact with similar people and personality groups. However, to build on that point, we all have to work, and NerdCity, having an unconventional job as a public figure, criticism is to be expected. And I think that's fair. But here are some of the things that Nerd would do. When you're a host in a community like this, when you're exposed to frequent discussions that will be occasional troll, or someone will be distasteful, right? Most public figures ignore this. But NerdCity, yes, NerdCity himself, Mr. Nerd/City, will constantly search up his name and lurk and reply to anyone who has an ounce of criticism and ask snarky and disrespectful. Or he will outright ban them, which again will be presented in this document. So that's one of the things. He'd fucking A-log his own name.
This is like if you were to go on the farms and search yourself and then read the threads on it. This is how bad. This is like the equivalent. Yeah, except you can ban them.
Why are you like? This is something where this is the lolcow gene. If you ever want to see the lolcow gene, this is it. You do not, and I mean you do not fucking search your name like that. That's what mods are for, which is one of his complaints. He says that the community mods from other servers, from Pyros and Dolans, because he's blaming them for the audience that they carry, were specifically attacking him. And I don't understand how you're already getting criticisms on your public platforms. You're already getting criticisms on YouTube. You're getting criticisms on your Twitter. How did you not think that you weren't going to get criticisms for this? And you're being narcissistic. And there are alleged claims of relentless transphobic comments, homophobic comments. Yet on his platforms, on his public platforms, he would advocate for LGBTQ plus communities, which a lot of people are claiming hypocrisy. Some of the comments kind of are weird. And I don't know if they're inherently homophobic or transphobic. I've seen some of them. I just think it's one of those things where he's so debate oriented and wants to get the last laugh and the last word that he doesn't realize that he's hurting his audience and he's hurting his brand. And he's just being fucking stupid, which in a Tommy C podcast, in the Tommy C broadcast, one of the things that fucking Colossal is crazy. One of his co-hosts was like, "Nah, he's just fucking stupid. Like he's actually just stupid." These are his words, not mine. So then in the
real for that.
Yeah. So in the TBH Discord server, that's comprised of 1,600 members in mid 2020. Blah 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 blah. In a Patreon exclusive episode on the 26th of January, this past year in 2024, called "The End of Our Discord," Nerd discusses how the server annoys him. The hosts complained about the behaviors of this Discord server and a group of 30 people, which comprised of the top 30 most active members. These members would relentlessly spam General, and Nerd would complain. Nerd even left the server for months, February to June 2024, due to spamming cat gifs, proving his... yes. So he was so mad that people...
I'm sorry.
He can mute the server.
Yes, he can mute the server. You don't have to be in the fucking server. And not only...
I can also leave, yeah.
What kind of person do you have to be so offended by a cat gif? Like I'm trying to wrap my head around that whole idea to be so bothered by a cat gif that you either ban that person or just like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
So that is one of the important things that I look at. Yeah, you feed the trolls, you lose. It was something that was covered in June the King's RTU video, Review Tech USA. When you give trolls the in, you let everybody in and you show them the weakness. And it's okay to be vulnerable, but if you're not comfortable with that vulnerability, if you're not comfortable with revealing something of yourself to your audience, and more importantly, people outside of your audience, they will attack you for it. It's why if you ever, and this is like one of the big things with any kind of content creation, if you're going to reveal personal information about yourself, whether it's your background or whether it's personal feelings and thoughts, you need to do it in a way where you feel comfortable with that. And not only that, that you were already secure in the criticisms and potential, let's just say, slurs that get slinged at you. That's just a reality. But that's not what lolcows do. That's not what NerdCity did. NerdCity is not comfortable with himself. And he is just fucking, I hate to say it, he's a little bitch made right now. The
fact that you have to get into like arguments with everyone that you see that's talking about you just shows a certain level of insecurity.
Right.
That is on display right now.
Right. So let's look at some of the this is a slur compilation NerdCity would do in the Discord, right? Let's see if I can.
Are you gonna get demonetized?
Yeah, this is a Bruce Springsteen song.
Oh boy.
You may want to have to mute it. I don't know.
For slurs. I didn't even realize there's music.
No, I did mute it. I did mute it. I mean, we're not reading them. Also, we can't be demonetized. This video doesn't even have fucking money in it. So, slings, F slurs all around. Slings, F slurs all. Hey! All I'm going to say is this: if you love the broadcast, right? There's the pinned comment is the support. If you guys want to support the broadcast, the Anycast, whatever the fuck this cast is, you can go.
The Opp Block. Falgi forgot
Oppcast.
what it was called.
And if you want to help the freaking bedroom
the nanny
online researcher, that would also be helpful.
Yes, please.
Not bedroom. You're in your office. We need to fund the office.
True,
yeah, the Oppcast.
I'm in my office.
I just coined that term. By the way, I said that.
Listen, I'm not gonna blur these words because A, this is not going in a YouTube video. What I always say, you can't be demonetized if you ain't monetized. That's fucking correct. And also, I'm not gonna fucking. These are his words. I'm not gonna say them, but these are his words. But you could see, like, I'm just gonna unpause it real quick. These are some of the things that he's saying. I want to see if I can read the fucking cat one. I literally left the server over it, and it's been unusable shit stream of cats. I remember posting of the recording, scrolling up through the chat. It's all stock cat media. People using the Discord like a toilet.
Look at you being all highbrow.
Oh, my Twitter feed is like fan art, cute rats, cute dogs, cute cats. What are you talking about?
Right, like this is also like wild for him to say. Like he's just getting upset. Just doing TBH taught me that 3 voices speaking at once is too much for me. It literally pisses me off. Not their fault. I literally get reduced to saying shut up sometimes so I can think straight. But some people can listen to like 10 voices at once and not get mad, like parents with huge families.
What?
Big
my
grandmother
is like one of 9 or one of 10 siblings.
Big fucking Killjoy with the big sir. This is a Wendy's energy, like it's a Discord.
Like, can you not handle like 3 people talking and then you just waiting your fucking turn to talk? Like, what?
It's not only that. I think one of the things too is that if you could not handle this, why did you not find an ability to leave this? Why did you not find the ability to leave the podcast gracefully and successfully? Right?
This guy would suck at D&D.
He would suck so much at D&D. That's so true. He would be the annoying. He would also be the annoying guy with the most backstory.
No,
that has
he'd be
ever
the
happened.
metagamer. He'd be saying, "Oh, I just do this because my background says I can."
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, also pay a community manager. Yes, that's the other thing too. Is like, it doesn't like you shouldn't be blaming your co-hosts for what is clearly a mod issue. If you're having poor mods, then you need to fix that internally, which is something that NerdCity
took to heart.
Oh, he took to heart because spoiler alert. When he goes back into the Discord, he pulls in one of his mods from his Discord and they start banning people left and right. And he did not discuss that with his co-hosts.
Oh, yeah.
and that becomes, and apparently the mod that he pulled in may be Fed posting a lot.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
And maybe Fed posting of an old Reich variety.
Oh.
Let's see, all these kind of things. Huge families. Again, another slur. Oh no, oh god, now we're getting rapid fire. Oh, on one hand, the criticism of the shit post and the episode has absolutely made the Discord better. We're like 80% of the way where I feel proud of it, but my fuse has expired now, and I don't have endless patience for people who are telegraphing that they are the problem. He brings in one of his SS officers from the crypto server. Yeah, that's actually specific. It's from his crypto server. It's specific.
Why is it called SS officer?
Apparently, there are not great posts by this person. Apparently, from allegedly.
They're very Reich. They're very Reich.
Allegedly, I will say alleged. I will say alleged.
Oh, I thought you were okay. You're calling them that. I thought you were. I thought they were called themselves that. I'm like, why would they call themselves?
No. Straight mag at the blank. We're not saying those words. We're not saying it. But I'm just gonna pause it so people see. People just being destructive, enjoying making me want to quit this job again. I can't close this bad Discord or make. Like, so that's the thing. Like, why are you so mad? Why are you every comment? He's just constantly. This is another thing. We established a baseline of respect. Since this server opened, I read a lot of I hate nerd. Pyro should blank himself. Well, I guess. We'll always let it slide. Very light moderation. That didn't work. And that's the thing. Like, you're constantly talking about, like, fuck this shit. It's not banter and neither. Like, it feels like he's just getting abused in the comments. SS stands for Super Saiyan, right, guys?
Yes.
Yes, Starshine.
Yes.
It does.
Absolutely.
It does stand for Super Saiyan.
For you, yes.
But it's constantly
Superstar. Super Saiyan.
It's just like it's constant, like a parade of comments. Like people who are agitated by moderation and posting, like sharks to chum every time someone has a role change. I'm seeing that for what it is. The people who just want to chill and talk to people like they're outnumbered, the chaos agents.
Bro, this is just you just have bad Discord moderation. Like that's it.
It's
that's
Sephiroth,
it.
And it's also just Sephiroth posting. Like
yes, it is. Yes,
they've let's see. They've been almost unanimously telling me that they want the same things to improve. The people who drove them off once already are committed to telling me how actually my personality is the problem or my expectations of minimum respect are too much to ask. But that's never going to be a winning argument. SSJ means Super Saiyan. Yes, it does. Fernando, you're right. SSJ. We can't say SS. I've been around the block a few times and as love you some to point out. Whatever. Random fucking J Station comment. Oh, here's one of his I hate cats. The first 20 cats I saw, maybe I thought, okay, wholesome. Fast forward to the 4,000th, and it's like a heavy exalt. What the fuck? I can't even read this.
Okay, heavily Xeroxed copy of the Incredibles face.
No. Fast forward to the 40,000
They hate cats.
It was like a heavily Xeroxed copy
I have
of the
knowledge
Incredibles
about
face.
Them being fucking edgy.
It's so funny that he just hates cat. Like, why do you hate cats so fucking much, dude?
Like, what did
the cat ever do to you?
Like, why did you hate the cats so much that you had to Sephiroth post on them? Yes, on my foot. You didn't ask me to be insightful, cunt. You asked me if I was going to answer your additional questions. You hadn't even asked yet. Attention seeking, just ask the fucking question. No, why? Why are you, like, stop. Like,
yes,
listen.
Please post cats in the chat. Please post cats in the chat.
Post cats in the chat, please.
Post cats in the chat, please.
So, is the rest of TBH, are they like this as well?
Apparently no.
Why? How are they? Okay.
The most controversial quote unquote thing that I think Pyrocynical has ever been in was leaking the fact that he likes like inflatable furry porn. Yeah, like he likes inflatable furry porn.
Yeah, like Pyro had his own huge drama, and he just like I don't know, he handled it so much better than Nerd is handling like the lightest criticism.
Right, because nerd is struggling to identify what is happening. He doesn't get it. He quite literally is arguing. Why are you arguing with your fans, dog? You don't need to argue with them. You literally just don't need to. I don't understand why you argue with your fucking fans. Main player syndrome. This fucking thing goes on forever. I don't even want to, like, some of this stuff is transphobic. I'm gonna see if I can find another transphobic comment.
I mean, they all go by so fast. Like,
there's so many.
There's so many. Like there's, oh god, I made that way too big.
We'd be here all day.
It's just him coping. It's just him coping and bitching.
Yeah, like it's just really weird that he keeps like coping this way. Can I make this? No, I can't even make this slower. God damn it. Like maggot posting, like calling everybody maggots. Also, this guy is fucking American. He ain't fucking British. Yes, in historical context. Yep. In historical context, he must talk like this. He's
acting like a nerd.
He is acting like a fucking nerd. It's hilarious. Like, why is he saying these things? Like, oh my god, constantly. Peers, look, oh my god,
there they are.
Awesome. Cat gifts. Oh my god, he fucking did it, bro. Why are you so angry? Honestly speaking, the cat gifts are hilarious. You got fucking leaned on.
He cannot hate the cat.
No.
He can't hate the cat.
I like the cat.
Yeah, the cat.
Let's see. As Fernando H says, Dolan trolls clowns on Pyro and does ads. Hey, thanks Sid Chow for subscribing. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for subscribing, man, or woman, or non-binary pal.
Person.
Thank you, person. But yeah, like this is like you're getting fucking clowned on. Yeah, and slur.
Oh yeah.
Da slurs.
We love our slurs in here.
I like, what the fuck? Yeah, no, okay. We have the Opp Block do not love the slurs. Listen, technically, I'm gay. Listen, I am gay. I have this fucking pass. Maybe I'll use this pass one day. But like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Stop saying things. Stop being this way. Stop. I don't get it. I don't get why you wanted to be this way. How could you be this way? Please stop. I don't, like, fucking stop. This shit. Dolan made him leave Lamau. So
cat gifts.
Yeah, like the cat gives, like, fuck. Yes, he leaves over the cat gifts. I need people to understand this. He, for some reason, thought
just
he
softest boy behavior.
Yeah, this is such like it's so bitch made. Boy, you just like you're not made of this stuff for it. You're literally not made of this stuff for it. Like it's you should have just stayed in the bubble of content creation that you did, because it was actually really successful. And yeah, you deleted some videos and you had other issues with other creators and other comment creators, but like they actually forgave you for that shit.
And he exposed a lot of important stuff about YouTube. That's why I linked those videos. And that's where I, in fact, first learned of him, was due to all that. Like, he found out, like the secret list of words that would get you demonetized. Shit like that. He did some really important discoveries.
And that's something too that a lot of his fans are really upset by, because one of the things he discovered was how LGBTQ creators, when he was looking at keywords, specific keywords about gay individuals, trans individuals, and other members of that community, those keywords would be thrown down in the algorithm.
Yep.
And he was one of the first people to ever highlight that. I remember that fucking video. I didn't know who NerdCity was, but I remember that video popping off. I didn't watch it, but it's like, why? Why are you doing this? Why are you saying these things? You don't have to do this.
It's unnecessary.
It's so unnecessary.
Okay, so all this happens and then he gets kicked off of TBH, or is there...
No, he stays. He stayed for a long... He stayed.
Well, yes. I mean, he has left. Mm-hmm. He has put out a statement saying that he has left.
He recently left. We will get to that statement. But this is like one of the things that he would say. Obviously, fuck you. Fuck anyone reading this, leaving here too. Like, he's just asking, like, I wonder why people shit talk you in a server where you don't have admin perms. like things like that. He's getting like clowned on. NerdCity saying slurs, insulting a member for a valid comment. Screenshot provided by Tommy C livestream. NerdCity another time ask a nerd a question a ban. Since I've seen you explain one single thing correctly ever, I'd like to not hear from you for a week. So he'll just fucking just do shit.
Time you out, yeah.
Time you out for a week. Then he's the ban for spreading love is a weird thing. I feel like this is like a fucking joke. But it feels like he just is constantly like his narcissistic tendencies are just constantly banning people, logging his own fucking name, targeting people that like just don't agree with him, calling people just constant maggots, saying slurs all the time. Like, yeah.
Now, the maggot thing, is that just a way to say the F slur without actually saying it? Like, is that how he's getting? Like, is that the basis for it? Because I don't want to say that it is, but that's kind of what it sounded like.
I don't. Let's see. NerdCity missed episodes of TBH all the time too. Like half the episodes he was supposed to, they said he couldn't make it. So I think maggoting is a way for people in that server to discuss it, not so much. In my opinion, anyways.
You mean like, outside of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And some of them he's trying to drop jokes of, and I can kind of see what he's trying to do. But the problem is it's a pattern of history, right? It's a pattern of behavior. You don't need to use the slur when you're talking about people. You literally just don't have to. Listen, some people... Listen, I don't use the slur irregardless of me belonging to that community. Like,
don't you mean regardless?
Oh my god, I fucking hate you.
Said it again.
I said it again. It's like I learned the word wrong. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't need to use it constantly, right?
Yeah.
And the great... Okay, go on, Nani.
Yeah, no. I have a very good friend. I've known him since 2019. Self-proclaimed femboy. He's very kind, very great. From Australia, so that explains everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he calls me that all the time.
Right.
So it depends on your relationships. And, I wouldn't be going and saying that in a huge server like this.
To randos.
Between
Right.
friends.
To
It's between
fans.
friend groups. This shit's insane.
Okay, so Fernando H says the F slur was used in the server, but Nerd was using it in hate. Well, that's the thing.
Okay.
Like, he's not using it in a joking manner, right? I said I can disagree with commentary communities or commentary YouTubers that drop slurs because I don't personally use them, but I'm not going to sit here and say that like they always believe what they're fucking saying.
Right. Like, it's the same thing with, it really depends on like how someone says it, as opposed to like, I don't care if Beckett says it because Beckett says he's bi and I believe him, and if he wants to say it, then more power to him because he has a personal belief reason why he says it. And actually that kind of aligns with why I say it also as a gay, as a bi man, but I don't say it just because I don't want to have that conversation as to why, like, oh, why are you saying it? I'm like, well, because for X reason. I just don't. But again, I think it goes back to like, what is your intent?
Right. And I think something even greater on that concept is he is complaining at large at a community, right? And listen, again, I have a thing where I believe if my whole thing with slurs, the reason I obviously don't use them is A, they can be, fucking hateful, but B, I can think of fucking better things to say to you. I can say, I don't need to use a fucking R slur. I can literally say your frontal lobe is shrinking in front of my fucking eyes. Like that is one that I still have a hard time. Like I still say it.
And
there are communities where saying to like one of the Discords I'm on, and one of the mods is in our chat. I don't say it there because it's a rule to not say it there. So I don't say it there. I respect the rules. Am I going to say it elsewhere? Probably. And that's more because of like, I'm not thinking about it more than anything else.
But I think what the thing is that I'm so like kerfuffled by is like why he feels like the need to constantly doing it. Yeah, using slurs to insult people is boring. Yeah. It's
the constant use of
easy.
It's easy.
Yeah.
So this right here,
I'll say the R slur. I'm autistic. I also got ADHD. I'm like the rare unicorn. But like
the trifecta.
Like, I'm not dropping it all the goddamn time, even though I've got Le Pass. Because I'm gonna call you a Nimrod. I'm gonna call you brain dead. I'm gonna call you bitchless.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say your mother dropped you on the head as a child.
No maidens.
No maidens.
No maidens.
Yes, words like lobotomite are fucking hilarious. So this right here is a clip. Nani had it in this document, as well as Nani's main document that we've been using has this as well. But this is just a clip of him in one of their Discord episodes, I assume, or just a different episode at large.
This episode that Dolan stopped me on, I said, like, whenever Pyro's being particularly trans, and Dolan goes, "What's that?" When he's being particularly trans, and then Pyro just was particularly trans.
Trans moment. Yeah, no, it literally is for engagement. I mean, that does sound like a cope. I will admit it's a cope, but like, if you look at the likes that tweet got, I think it's on like 40K or something.
So one of the things that was it in the doc?
Isn't he talking about Pyro like cross-dressing?
Yes. So
like it doesn't make you fucking trans, dude.
Well, one of the things is that he Nerd, from what I can tell, also associates cross-dressing as being sexually unsuccessful. His words, not mine, right? And that is one of the things, is that he continues to identify that. And again, between friends, the comment is fine.
Right. I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm not necessarily hating on what he's saying currently, unless he also jokes about people's dead names, which is, that's a fucking, particularly trans is funny.
That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, and that's a whole different thing. But I think what's interesting about this comment and the way that he's looking at it is, but you continue, like, it's not a fucking joke if this is where you keep going. If this is what go on.
Oh, sorry. Like Mango. I don't know if you guys know of Mango. Some know good things, some know bad things. Mango is a very good friend of Josh. He's always dropping the T slur. And, that's his audience. That's what he's cultivated, and he's trans. So again, it's just audience, friend group, how you use it. You use it all the time. And this guy, he's just so full of fucking hatred, dude.
What it is that it's not necessarily, I wouldn't even say it's full of fucking hatred. It's full of self-importance and a lack of self. There is a clear lack of being secure in oneself, and it's very obvious, and it does actually genuinely make me sad for the man, in a way that, like, he's still a fucking dickhead. I'll fucking clown on you all the way, but I fucking
there's empathy and then there's sympathy.
Yeah, I kind of pity him, if I'm being honest, and pity probably he'd fucking hate if I said that word, and I don't give a fuck.
Well, because he's just that sensitive.
Word.
He is just that sensitive.
Yeah, let's see.
And then when I posted me dressed up for like a main channel video as the Darkwood character, like in a trench coat, scarf on, got like a little scarecrow hat on in like the woods. That got like a quarter of the interaction.
That's what they were saying, because like Finster got big dressing up as a woman and was always like, no, I just like dressing up as a woman.
Nah, Finster was
2
always
years
taking,
later,
like,
he's taking HRT and actually...
Finster was always taking estrogen on the side.
I think that's a rare case. I think for the most part, people go down that trans pipeline because they aren't sexually successful, because they're trying to figure out what is going to work for them.
Oh boy.
I wouldn't make face.
I think the thing is that Nerd is not good on the spot.
He's not.
Nerd is not realize. So I understand what Nerd is. If I put on my fucking thinking camp, I understand what Nerd is trying to say. I think Nerd is what's trying to say is when it's. I think what he means by sexually unsuccessful is sexually unfulfilled. Because there are, like, it's the same thing gay men and women go through when they have, like, people will be like, but you had a boyfriend, you had a girlfriend in the past, but they weren't satisfied sexually because they didn't feel right to them.
They were figuring it out.
Exactly. They're figuring out who they are as a person, and they're figuring out their personhood. So when you say something like that, you don't understand the context. And if people are going to come at you for it, which is something he, like, on the side of this is very important to note that he shits on Pyrocynical's Discord is specifically what he, Reddit is what he's fighting against. He fucking fought in their Reddit, apparently. Live behind the mic gets into trouble. but behind a script, it's a bit better. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you can filter yourself. You can do different takes. Like, you only have one take. Like, one of us theoretically could say something really out of pocket today.
I'll say it.
Please, say it, Greg. Say it.
Do it, Greg. Do it, Greg.
Do it.
Please support us. We need money.
Oh my God! Yes, please support us. We need money.
Please
Thank you. No, but honestly speaking, like in all honesty, and like and subscribe, I guess that fucking shit too, because the algo's fucked. But this is a really interesting thing. Like, what is the conversation that you're having? How are you presenting this? How are you portraying to your audience how you want to express this? And sometimes in a live broadcast, you fucking suck at it, and it's okay. But if people come at you and are going to criticize you for it, it happens. Yeah. Kaneko Art, Karen Art, that's a really good point. It's why people hate H3 when he started doing podcasts, right? Get a Throne account and I'll send SpaghettiOs. Fuck off, Killjoy. No, but like, a lot of people, and rightfully so, because fucking H3 has some like dog shit takes and will laugh inappropriately at shit, and very evidently so. But that's what happens. Sometimes people are just better, behind a script than alive on mic. And that doesn't mean that those people can't get better at it, but they have to learn through fucking taking L's. Everyone's got to fucking learn. Listen, I say this in our NerdCity, in our fucking Smith audio, right? In our Cybersmith audio, I fucking hear myself humming and hawing constantly.
It was hilarious.
And I'm fucking dying inside. Oh, fuck off. All you fuckers. Did you guys get it out yet? Did you guys get it the fuck out yet? Are we done? You
were just doing your doctor voice,
motherfuckers.
I'm so mad I missed that, but that was legitimately
fuck faces. But in all seriousness, like, I have to, like, and nobody's made fun of me for that, but I made fun of me for that. I fucking made fun of, like, I was getting fucking interviewed on a. I mean, yeah, you made fun of me later, motherfuckers. But I mean, I made fun of myself on a different broadcast and dealt with it, because that is what you do. You don't do this. You don't fight your fucking audience because it bites you in the ass every fucking time. You don't need to go on.
You allow your fans, if they are fans, your hate watch to make fun of you, because either way, a watch is a watch.
Yeah, these are the people that are allowing you to do this still. Like,
right.
Like, you can kind of rebel in
you're making fun.
Too,
they're making fun of you. It's like, so fucking what? Like,
you can lean into it without it becoming like an issue.
Like, yeah, we literally made like profile icons that are covered in ravioli cans. As a joke that Xylee made about Falgi, and now we've just leaned into it.
I blame Xylee for that. I don't know if she's in the chat currently, but I fucking do blame Xylee for that. Starshine, see you later. We'll see you, Star. We'll catch you. Yeah, your audience essentially is your shareholders. Now, this is an important thing, and it's something that bigger content creators have really impressed upon me privately, is you don't need to be beholden to your audience in a way that you cannot come back from. And I think that's a really important thing to remember, is that you don't need your audience to hold you hostage. But at the same time, you can't just interact with, like, unless that is your community and you are able to maintain it, interacting hostile to your audience never really works. Very famously, a lot of locals that do that, in my opinion anyways, a fucking like low tier god. Low tier god, for those who don't know, is fucking hated in the fighting game scene. And guess what? He gets fucking clowned on for it. And he gets fucking doxxed for it. And he's a fucking meme.
He's literally a meme. Yeah, he's a meme.
He's trying to
the
get
lightning
past that too, though.
LTG GIF. Like that.
Yeah.
That exists for a reason.
And that's the biggest thing that I'll always like look at, is that you don't need to fight your audience every fucking 5 minutes. Yeah. Low tier god is funny, but you want to know what's funny is that a lot of the popular orbiters around him, quote unquote, are just fucking compilations of his L's. They fucking make constant compilations of his L's, and it's hilarious.
Okay, so one small like minor stun lock. This is the same thing for like Darkside Phil. So
DSP, yeah.
Phil has his own series of detractors who make videos on, who A-log
Yes.
him, and they have like their own like lore.
And they have like monthly uploads too.
And
There's a
yeah,
bunch of
and they're
monthly
all
uploads, yeah.
like they all talk to each other, and they all like they occasionally have spats between each other, and they're all fighting over the shit that some dipshit that plays games badly says.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing is like NerdCity doesn't realize that what he is doing, unless he can own this, hurts his brand in the long run. Because like look at these comments here that are pulled from the Reddit thread on the transphobic claims that he is making, right? Didn't he do a video on how even saying the word gay on a video was enough for it to get demonetized and suppressed? I'm thinking something very similar, or is that another progressive? I watched that video a few times. It shows with data YouTube's hypocritical and bigoted censorship. That fact, well, strong. Seeing Nerd go defending LGBTQ creators to literally homophobic slurs gave me whiplash. And like again, I don't inherently think he's trying to be homophobic. Maybe there's other comments that are doing that. I would have to look at them. But I think what he's not understanding, right, is he's not made to build and make those jokes. He's just not made for it. Because he truly, like, he's a semantics Andy. He wants to fucking argue. He wants to fucking create a platform off of it.
Do you think it's less that he wants to argue, more that he wants to be right?
I would often say those are the same thing.
Okay, fair.
I would often say this is something I've realized in my personal life. Hey Mercury, thank you so much for stopping by. We'll see you. You can watch that VOD tomorrow. Love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming by.
Thank you. But that's the thing is like in my personal life, I know people like that, and I was that person. Grandstanding is Pyrocynical art is very, very good. Grandstanding, and I was that person. I loved being right. That's why like I identify sometimes with someone like Cybersmith, who constantly like fucking ran down our throats. Aside the fact that some of his fucking statements are fucking insane. But it's you don't need to be this way. That's not how you treat your audience. And if you are that way, just fucking keep it in private. At that point, just keep it in the fucking private. Because the moment you show your ass, the internet will take pictures. That's why everybody, if you show hole, put it on OnlyFans, put it behind a fucking paywall. like and like this is like, oh, someone saying they hate the server so much. Like, Nerd, if you hate the server so much, so would it be not easier for your mental in general to just leave? Let's say that this is a well-meaning comment. He tells them to show the door, probably ban that person. Let's see. These figures express and evidently prove NerdCity is a grifter. I wouldn't say that. I disagree with that. I wouldn't say that he's a grifter. I would say that he really doesn't. He cannot stand up to the scrutiny the internet is giving him at large. And that is something that we kind of saw yesterday when we discussed with Cybersmith. In the Cybersmith interview, I personally think he is really upset by the fact that the animal guy post, the human pet thing, is the thing that he's known for the most. Yes, a lot of his other takes are fucking weird. They're fucking strange. And they are built on a throne of fucking sand. But he doesn't understand what he's saying or doing. It's hurting him. It's hurting him in the long run. And let's see, he dislikes these communities despite creating a video in the past about censorship. Again, I don't think he's necessarily being transphobic. I know there are some claims that because of his NFT stuff, a lot of right-wingers came into his community and he's been hanging around them a lot more. And let that be the case. And if I'm wrong, I'm totally fine with being wrong. But in this instance, I would ask you guys as well, do you guys think that he's being like actively transphobic intentionally, or do you think that he's just like he's not made for the criticisms of the way he makes statements?
Greg, what do you think?
Say it again. I'm sorry. I looked away for like 2 seconds and I wasn't expecting to be called in class.
Do you feel that NerdCity is being transphobic, or do you think that he's not articulating himself in a manner that is without scrutiny. Like
I don't know. I haven't seen enough context to say that he's being actively transphobic, not in the way that we see many people in like Twitter or in other like Discord leaks,
right.
so and so. He might hold these views, and then every now and then they crop up like that. When you decontextualize what he said in that previous audio clip, that makes sense. It makes sense from that point of view, but you can also see that you get foot and mouth disease when you say something without fully comprehending it. But he's also not the kind of person who's going to be like, "Hey, here's what I said. This is what I meant."
Right.
He's not that kind of person. If that is the case, but using slurs doesn't inherently make you, I guess, transphobic or evil necessarily. A lot of people just do it. That's just how they talk. That's how they talk in their online spaces when they feel comfortable enough. And he's a creator with enough support that he can kind of do and say whatever he wants in these spaces and not get too much flack for it, because that's just how the internet is. But as for being transphobic, I'm not trans. I can't say that what he's said has affected me, but that's not really up for me to say. But from where I'm sitting, from just the stuff that we've seen so far, I don't think so.
So I'm gonna say that I think it's a couple things. One, I think he is from an environment where, being edgy on the internet is just kind of a given, where that's kind of an expectation. And I also think it's a mixture of what Falgi said. Kind of to an extent. I don't think he's being inherently transphobic. I just think he's saying shit and not really thinking about what he's actually saying, without thinking about the he's saying shit and not thinking about how it may or may not actually affect people. Do I think he's being inherently maliciously transphobic? Not necessarily, because again, like Greg said, I'm not trans. I'm not gonna sit here and make that determination.
Right.
And honestly, even if I was trans, a lot of trans people may not even find that to be transphobic. But I do think he's just from an edgy part of the internet where like they don't filter themselves in that way.
It's Jesse's first time on the call.
The other thing,
mobile is not working. For some reason it's not showing like the mute button, shit like that. I don't know why.
Sometimes you
over. I thought he had a limp.
Sometimes you gotta turn it sideways. Sometimes you gotta turn the phone sideways.
God, don't you love mobile Discord and how it totally functions, guys?
I hardly ever use it.
I use it a lot, but I get it. It fucking sucks.
I was gonna say,
what's wrong with you, Jess?
When in these instances in these spaces, when you say things that then get taken out for like a wider audience or an audience you wouldn't expect to see, there's that aspect of like you're saying the things you're saying aren't necessarily harmful or hurtful to the people you're saying them to, but again, removed and out of context, like you don't really have I guess you don't really get to say that what you're saying isn't harmful to somebody entirely, especially if you have if you're as big as you are, type of thing.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, right? Is you are at a point where you're big enough to you're at the point where you're big enough where those things are going to happen, and you need to take ownership of it. If you're not going to take ownership over your audience, if you're not going to take ownership of what is happening or the things that you say, that's also completely on you. And I think that's again, it's not up for us to decide if these comments are being inherently transphobic. Again, I'm not, you guys are right. I'm not a trans creator, but what I can identify is that this guy is saying things and not understanding why people can see that he's being, or can infer that he's being transphobic.
I would say he's either not seeing it or he doesn't care.
Yeah, I would say that's a very good point.
For some people, one's worse than the other.
Yeah.
And there is a delineation between those two things.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. That's a really good point to make. Yeah. So I think just kind of, yeah, it wasn't me. The spirit merely moves me. No. There's such travesties. No, that's so real. That's so fucking real. But yeah, and then there's some of his Reddit history. We can kind of go into that. There's some of his Reddit history and Twitter history. I have one here too. This is let's see, quickly to introduce NerdCity. He's a YouTuber with nearly a million subs, and he can be classified as a drama tuber. Some people have said that. He's made like posts on SS Sniper Wolf. SS Sniper Wolf, his video on SS Sniper Wolf, if I remember correctly, is actually quite interesting because
that's actually the only reason why I know him is because he covered the whole Sniper Wolf versus Jax film thing, and he interviewed the woman who supposedly Sniper Wolf like stole her personality from her, or content or image or whatever.
I did hear about that. That later news or lore drop.
Yeah, that lore. Yeah,
that lore drop that she may just be, I mean, she's still an asshole, but like maybe a bigger asshole.
I'm not defending Sniper Wolf.
No. We never do on this broadcast. We won't. But I think like this is another thing where they're calling him a drama tuber, things like that, right? Popcorn tube, whatever you think it would be, right? Some of his more insane comments that he's made on public forums. Some highlights of nerd comments. I guess this is one of them. Honestly, don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at. I guess it's about Marxism, and he says insane behavior is thinking you can lie in a public forum without cowardly people teetering word salad exaggerations and not be held accountable. These threads are big enough now. I'll keep coming and kick your asses like my enemies until one of your mods starts censoring me.
Is that NerdCity?
I don't know.
Paging Dr. Downvote?
I don't entirely know because unless we see it again, it seems to be because this is not the paging Dr. Downvote is highlighted. Let's see. This is about like fucking. I guess this is about him again as Dr. Downvote. Yeah. So paging Dr. Downvote is one of his accounts. Okay, and this is okay, and this is using a Reddit wave. I guess something that he was saying. I never am an observer type. I guess this is about like fucking. Just part of this same fucking thread. A link to this post. I don't even. Yeah, it's like drama. Calling him a drama tuber. I searched for a tweet about GOT. I made and found this club of coordinating liars. I treat people how they treat me. If you're respectful, I'm respectful back. However, we've seen evidence when people are attempting to be respectful, NerdCity cannot contain himself and cannot attain the aggression that he has towards people.
So that was a fucking lie.
Yeah, so it was a lie because I'm letting liars know that I found their little liars club. Holding it accountable is one thing I might say, is something he said. People using proxies. Oh, let's see. This is the deleted comment from 3 months ago, but nothing. People using proxies to nitpick and make up shit and try to explain that they really are bothered by, which this feeling of disconnect from reality due to how far left and extreme and vengeful. Oh boy. That comment is not gonna fucking age well. Oh boy. That is not a good comment to fucking make. This post was apparently submitted May of this year. I'm the same as ever. My videos are better than ever too. Get a grip, guys. So that's like he's claiming
Did he
that
have to make it political? Like not
everything is always political. Everything.
Not to be the quartering for that moment. Like you made it political, but
you're forgetting
when
the historical
you say
context.
that, it puts it puts a historical context.
Right. It's really just a really bad look. This is gonna age like curdled milk, and he doesn't get it. Some of these are fucking inside thoughts. Listen, can I be glad that he's outed for being a bigger right winger than he is? I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's more the fact that like these are inside fucking thoughts, and you're now inviting a whole group of people that you think are attacking you to attack you. Like you don't need to do this. You're being bitch made, And it's like, bonkers banana, stop doing this. Please stop doing this. I'm begging, stop doing this. Oh, God.
I'm not going to pee in my basement. I'm sorry.
Please don't pee in your basement. Let's see. This is this comment, I guess, is about this. This is not my main. Why are you all so surprised? I used Reddit all the time. No, this is my main, excuse me. I use Reddit all the time. You can't lie about me in public and then not potentially make more me to notice and kick your ass in 30 seconds. I will always do this. That's so much, like, what are you doing,
man?
That's
so edgy. I'm gonna kick your asses on the internet. Like,
it's very cringe.
It's very cringe.
Cringe on main. Very nerd on main.
It's very nerd on main. You also have an audience of so many people now.
Like, why do you gotta pick a fight with literally everyone? Just let people say shit,
exactly.
Bro.
You have an audience of
people are gonna say shit. That's it.
You have almost nearly a million subscribers. You do not need to be picking this fight with everybody. You just don't. You just don't have to do it. Jesus Christ!
Like, you're so close to that button, bro. Like, you're so close to the button.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't understand why you're picking fights with everybody. This is just wild. So yeah, so there's a lot of things coming on, and so I guess this. In regard to that,
oh no!
In regard to that post, he makes
say the
this,
word again.
And now I have to move my mic because I can't read this without getting closer. So he makes this post in regards to everything that has been said. I have to move my whole fucking mic setup. Oh my god, this is obnoxious in that fucking hellhole. Why does he have to...
You were talking about Sephiroth posting. Now, 14 pages. Sephiroth posting of 14 pages.
This is such a wild post.
Or like Dark Viper, who has 200 pages.
So yeah,
14 pages.
On top of this whole post, he writes something insane. I can't believe I'm reading this. Hi, NerdCity here. A Discord mod linked me to this thread. No, God, fine. You know what?
Jesse joins. He is cuddling me.
Hey, Jesse.
What a good boy.
Oh, hi. Yes. Hello. Yes. Please don't break my nose then.
Don't play one.
You got very close to breaking my nose.
Here we go.
There we go.
I've got you guys. Let's raise this.
Nope. No, turn it down.
We raised this for the fucking clowns. There we go. It's for the clowns, everybody. There we go. This is I've been waiting to pull this fucking song out. Hey, NerdCity here. A Discord mod linked me to this thread, so I'll reply. I've used Reddit for a long time. I owe a lot of my success to old Reddit. Many of my videos did well on r/videos, and each escaped velocity into r/all. And with that came lots of 2,000-word Yelp-style Reddit posts criticizing not just my voice, but even my face, my voice whenever a video did well. This comes within... Oh my god, this is... Okay, it's a little too fucking loud right now.
I told you it was too loud.
It's so fucking funny, though. It's so fucking funny. Holy shit. They made unfriendly opinions. What bothers me is lying and getting things wrong on purpose. Even if you watch my channel, the statement shouldn't come as a surprise. 2 videos ago, I did an interview with Aziland, where she revealed that for the better part of a decade, SSS Sniper Wolf and her fans have been lying about her, running a non-stop smear campaign claiming that she's stolen video titles and thumbnails. Anyone on Earth could just look up the dates and see that the situation, in fact, the other way around, and yet almost nobody did. Those who did not were shouted down for disagreeing. Those who did were shouted down for disagreeing. Since it's all so easy to disprove, Azzy was certain most people would know it was false, and she never stood up for herself. But the accusations all on stream of lies from Sniper Wolf a YouTuber with 32 million subscribers. God, she does not deserve 32 million subscribers. I'm so fucking
I'm
sorry.
so bad. Sniper Wolf Bingo was my jam. It was hilarious.
Why the fuck is she even allowed to have that many fucking things? Mod Cloudy said I should turn down the music, so I have turned down the music a little bit. This is so weird. Okay, a keyword search would bring up 10,000 examples of lies in just recent weeks underneath her recent videos. The scales of malicious misunderstanding had become so big that I struggled to even screenshot it or to convey it on screen in my own video. In hindsight, as he regrets not correcting it and standing up for herself, I agree that she should have fought back immediately. I'm a different type of person than her. Oh God, what the fuck do you mean you're a different type of person? And I do know when I'm not afraid of bullies or confrontation. And something
he's making the confrontations.
Yes, I know.
He's the bully.
Oh my God, I don't want to keep doing this one. And something new has started against me recently. False accusations from bullies and ideological agenda. With a weird axe to grind against myself. All people who use crypto.
Okay. So there's an us versus them. Crypto bros versus everyone else.
This motherfucker literally just made it about crypto. NerdCity, what are you doing? You fucking ignoramus. Why did you make this about crypto?
Oh, it's about crypto. Crypto is the future.
Forever,
I had
crypto
to take
forever.
my fucking
Forever,
headsets
crypto.
off. I actually fucking pissed off right now. What do you fucking mean? It's about crypto. People are like, oh my God, why?
He's suffering from success, guys.
Holy shit! Like,
I don't even.
Whoa!
I don't even know how to fucking respond to this. I haven't become a background character of fucking YouTube due to my NFT involvement or becoming an extreme. Like, bro, people can hate you for. I'm not even reading the rest of this. Because this comes back to all the crypto bullshit. I don't need to read this because he fucking put this in a fucking Twitter post about, oh, people shouldn't be mad at the fact that I made crypto. I don't give a fuck that you made crypto. But if you're sitting there and saying that nobody can, like, hate you for this, or not even hate you, nobody can be critical or analytical of this, you're out of your fucking mind, dude. You exist on the internet. You're putting your thoughts on the internet. Stop being so bitch made. You are being so fucking bitch made right now. I'll tell you that to your fucking face.
He's whining. He's just
Coward.
perpetually whining.
Stop.
Like, you're bullying him, and he's gonna come in here and kick your ass.
I'll fucking take him any fucking day.
He's gonna ban me from his Discord.
Please fucking ban me on Twitter, dumbass.
Preemptively ban me. Do it.
Nani lore is that I have kicked a guy so hard in the nuts he had to get them surgically removed. My legs are ready. Try me, NerdCity. I am up for round 2.
Man, Nani wants that smoke.
Nani always wants, but it's
Nani wants the smoke.
But it's not only that. It's
Come on.
What frustrates me more is that it's continually to be under the guise of I am helping artists. I can't believe people are hating me for helping artists. But the thing is that you're not realizing why people don't like NFTs. You are not addressing. You had to address the criticisms as the project was coming out. Why are you? You had to make a fucking post-mortem. I don't know who Gilf Hunters are. Sorry, Robin Mars. Oh, what's up, Gilf Hunters? Oh, are we Gilf Hunters? You know what? Fucking sick. I'll be a Gilf Hunter. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, Selma Hayek's in her 60s. I'm all about that.
Listen, yeah, fuck.
I'm just saying.
Listen.
I'm just saying.
Older women, they're beautiful. Who cares? But no, more importantly,
we should probably change our name to the Gilf Hunters.
We should be. Yeah, we should change. Yeah, we should change our name to the Gilf Hunters. We have to take a fucking quick inventory of everything. And what do we call our fans? The Gilfies? Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't like that
that's
one.
what it would be.
I don't like that one. Boss, I don't feel so good. But no, this is an insane thing to do and say. I don't understand how does this come back to fucking crypto, dog? I don't care. This drama Reddit is a safe space for smear campaigns. No, we are not calling you guys hags. That is not what it would be.
Bruh.
Absolute cowards. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you saying? What the fuck? Let me see. The more I was referred I was referred to as several handful of videos that are in fact made by Marxist and oh my god. Also, nursing home staff is fucking hilarious. Robin, that's fucking funny.
You're gonna love everything once you can finally show what I'm sending.
Yeah,
Goodbye, Jesse. I stopped paying you for 1 second. I'm not worth it to you. I see how it is.
I don't understand what the fuck is happening right now. It's always the woke. It's the woke left mind virus again. Why is it the woke left mind virus?
Woke leftoid Marxists.
It's the woke leftoid Marxists. Folding ideas pissed them off so much. I would fucking too, man. Like, Folding Ideas NFT video, if I remember correctly, it's an NFT video, is really fucking good because it describes the fact that this is also taking advantage of patrons of the arts. Because your art is not being serviced by people. The woke slashed my tires. Yeah, like this is just like, it's just like, oh, the greater good. I can't believe that. And I wouldn't even consider a lot of people to be fucking Marxists. I wouldn't fucking consider Moist Critical to be a fucking Marxist. Like, are you fucking insane? Are you stupid? Like,
listen, the shit I'm finding, this guy, he was dropped on the head.
Oh my god. I guess he was dropped on the head. And you know what? That comes to the most. I'm not even going to talk about this exhibiting of his Reddit history and calling people liars. We kind of got to that. That's the end of this part of the doc, right? But let's go from one doc to a different doc. And what I'm talking
Dr.
about
Disrespect.
is Dr. Disrespect.
My favorite part. Yeah.
Let's talk about.
Wait, no, actually, did I get it right?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I'm so sorry I shat on your transition.
No. You're fine. You actually got it exactly right.
Okay, let's start it again. Let's start it again. Start it over. We'll get it right.
Guys, you guys are fucking blowing out.
We'll start take two.
Out the mic. You'll keep blowing out the mic. So now to go from one doc to a different doc. A Dr. Disrespect. Oh, Nani, let me.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
I hate us. Yeah, please do not leave.
I'm gonna kill myself.
No, don't do that in Minecraft. In Minecraft YouTube. In Minecraft YouTube. All right. So we're gonna
guys. You know, people have been making allegations that I'm actually a glowy. So if I was, you know, if I had that power, I would make sure everyone
Nani actually works for the NSA.
All right. So I haven't heard NerdCity in a while. I'm gathering he's pissing off everyone over La Hate. But what problem did people originally have? So Robin, just to kind of just give a random update. One of the big things that NerdCity is getting a lot of flack for is essentially he can't stop getting into arguments with his audience and other people's audiences. This led to months of hating on the podcast audience that he is a part of. It led to the fact that he's been arguing long time with other people in different audiences. And one of the main kind of instances that this came back into the collective consciousness was his comments against his now kind of defunct NFT program. And the fact that he was like, I mean, well, I'm doing this for artists. And now seems like he feels like anybody who argues with him hates NFTs and must be a woke hive mind leftist Marxist that like is sucking the job and the knob of the Illuminati.
He's also like throwing strays at Pyrocynical and to a minor extent Dolan Dark for reasons that only exist in his head.
Yeah, it just seems like he is constantly fighting the woke mind in his brain. He's fighting the fucking brain worms. Him and RFK would have a great idea. RFK Jr. and him, great idea. Listen, it happens. Like the brains are in there. But let's just listen. I'm gonna can I increase the speed slightly? I am gonna increase it to 1.25 because they talk a little bit for a little bit of time. Yes, Dolan for cats, Pyro for woke.
Yes.
But
yes.
Let's look into what so I want to preface this real quick. This is after Dr. Disrespect has made his statement about is texting a minor inappropriately.
But before
can I add
his
one more?
recent comebacks?
The one that is now
Yes,
gone.
This is yes, before his recent comeback. But
I want to preface this by
edgy.
one thing. Everything NerdCity is about to say is all a fucking fan fiction. There is no evidence to support anything of what he's about to say. So far, no one has seen it yet. So everything he's gonna say is pretty much
fan fiction.
This is fan fiction.
This is a work of fiction.
It's in his own head.
Yeah. No, this is 100% a work of fan fiction.
He's theory crafting to play devil's advocate, more or less.
Yeah, and it doesn't play well because he's not comedic enough. Like, that's the thing. He's just not comedic enough for it. But we'll get there. Let's go.
And didn't tell the public because they saw this going on and didn't tell the public. And I was like, I'm not sure that could be the reason. And also, if the reason that they're not telling anyone because it makes them look bad would be because they had an NDA where they shouldn't have released DMs, like that those were had an expectation of privacy, and so they shouldn't have been reading them and sharing them to anyone, and they were sending them to Slasher. They were sending them.
Now I want to point out what Nerd is trying to say real quick.
Slasher.
Yeah, well, listen. What Nerd is trying to say, and I actually do understand what Nerd is coming from, is Twitter was screening their whispers, which is to some an invasion of privacy. However, people have to remember that Twitch has the ability to do that. It's probably in a fucking legalese somewhere when they had the whisper system.
It should be stated that if you have DMs, they're being cached somewhere.
Exactly.
Like anything you have for private messages, that probably is being held somewhere for some reason.
Right.
Yeah, we know the whispers. I think the whispers disrespect sent or received. They exist somewhere.
Of course they do. They had to.
Well, they haven't been leaked yet.
They had to.
They have to exist.
They have to exist somewhere because then
in some taxes folder.
Yeah, because they have so they have to exist somewhere because allegedly he was reported to the national consortium or whatever it is for like child abuse. So it has to in some way. MCID says Twitch website. It's probably in their TOS, right? Like that's what it is. Like, yeah, Twitter has all my DMs to femboys and my moments of weakness. Listen, femboys are great. I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
We don't judge. We don't judge here.
Femboys are awesome. Best friends with them.
Yeah.
God damn.
Femboys are great. But no, that's the thing is like coming back to it. I understand what Nerd is saying, but it is very stupid to say it this way. It is very stupid.
To other people in big tech, and Doc could prove it. If that's what they're embarrassed of,
hey Viking, thanks for stopping by.
Fucking sucks.
Hello. Even if they did have an NDA in place, I mean, that would not be a good excuse. They've chosen to avoid a lawsuit that they can easily pay over not revealing a predator and instead allowing him to continue that somewhere else on YouTube, another platform. I mean, I would just take the fine.
Colossal, like what you're saying is basically like that scene in Seven where Brad Pitt's character is kicked in the door to Kevin.
Okay, fair enough. I will give NerdCity one big W. Seven is a great fucking movie. Seven, great fucking movie. Brad Pitt, He Who Shall Not Be Named, and Morgan Freeman.
You got this. Yep.
And Morgan
was it?
It's Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
Yes, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Who was love interest? Was it?
I don't remember the guy's wife. I don't give a fuck.
Paltrow?
I think it was Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was just talking to somebody about how Gwyneth Paltrow is not in great movies, and I forgot she's in Seven.
Well,
that's so funny.
She's selling jade eggs to shove in your vagina. So.
Yes, I was talking.
Yeah, that's that's a wild one. But coming back to it,
Spaceys, and they know he's the killer. They know what they're gonna find.
Yes. She who is
Goop lady.
She who is Goop.
And Morgan Freeman is like, hey, we don't have a warrant for that. We need to have a reason to have kicked in that door, right? And so they go and get someone.
Okay, this is the thing. Twitch doesn't need the warrant when it exists on Twitch's platform.
Right.
That's not how that.
They're not self-policing in that regard.
Like that's the whole thing. The government needs it. People don't realize how unlikely DMs are not to be accessible in some third place. Like, it's such a hassle to make it work differently for no reason. Exactly. It's very dumb
to say, and they make it all legal or whatever. But what they did, if this is
holy
what?
shit,
Holy fuck!
Hold on, back it
no!
Up.
Okay.
I mean, oh yes!
Holy shit!
Imp Johnny, okay.
Quantum, you did not have to do that. Holy
Quantum, you
fuck.
are appreciated. You are seen and valid.
Holy fucking shit, man! Thank you so fucking much. Oh, I'm like,
God damn.
Oil Princess, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Oil, yes, Oil Princess,
Oil
Quantum.
Princess.
Oil.
the oil princess themselves, Quantum.
Oil
thank
Baroness.
you so much.
Yes.
Holy
wow,
shit!
wow.
Thank you so
wow,
fucking
God
much.
damn.
Also, I picked the Australian TTS because I thought it was really fucking funny. Holy shit! Thank you so fucking much. Okay, coming back into this.
Happened, and this is why they're not going public. Didn't go public with it. What they did then is the Morgan Freeman character would have been like, "Hey, we need a warrant to go in there. We're not allowed to go in there. Let's repair that door perfectly and get a brand new doorknob and some new hinges, and we're just gonna walk away."
I would definitely be a corrupt cop for sure. If I was a police officer, I would definitely be corrupt. If I kick in the door now without a warrant, then I'm going to prevent a murder or someone getting raped, then I'm kicking in the door. I'm planting evidence, because if I know for 100% certainty within my mind that this guy is guilty, but
I'm just watching.
Fucking.
I was just watching. That was funny.
It is funny. It is funny. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys, they have banter. Like, you just have to, like, identify that sometimes you say dumb shit.
Fucking evidence. I'm gonna fucking plant it.
I'm planting.
Well, that sounds
evidence.
like what the disrespect side of the Twitch leaks is saying was happening. That there were people who.
So just for context, the people who are on the side of Dr. Disrespect, your Nick Merckx, your, I guess, Tim the Tat Man, or whatever the fuck other people.
The
quartering.
Nick Merckx has kind of distanced himself from the Doctor at this point.
Yes, but at the time of this, a lot of people were like, "I don't think Doc did this shit," and if Doc did this, I'm sure it's a misunderstanding. It was an op. Yeah, the Dr. Disrespect camp said it was a gay fucking op. And,
I mean, the quartering is still like he even when after the Doctor posted
Quartering's right or die. It's crazy.
Yeah,
quartering is right or die.
Jeremy is all her firm handshakes all day long.
Yeah. It's wild. It's just like
like morally felt obligated to cancel Dr. Disrespect, and they were planting evidence. That's kind of like, that's the other version of this, is they were saying that they were going to get him on something, they didn't care what, and they looked for something to deliberately get him on, you know? And maybe what they actually didn't like about him was he's like
a predator
toxic
and they know he's a
masculine.
predator, then all right, fair enough. But just because they don't like him or he's said some things.
So that was the thing. A lot of people said that Dr. Disrespect was causing problems on the platform behind the scenes for Twitch staff because Twitch staff was quote unquote becoming more woke. So they were trying to find any way to get him off the platform.
There's no evidence.
And there is no evidence.
No
of that.
evidence.
Mm-hmm.
There is very much no evidence of that.
He's
I need
making nothing
people to
but
know
assumptions. He's making nothing but assumptions with that statement.
And I don't like fuck you, Dr. Disrespect. You can go fucking.
Yeah, I'm not gonna carry his water because he's already been caught once cheating on his wife. What's to say that he wouldn't do it again with someone underage? Like once that door is opened, anything is plausible.
Right.
And Twitch still hasn't even said anything, right? Like everything that has come out is from former Twitch employees.
Exactly. And that's what I think right now. I think that's what Nerd is trying to get at is why would you believe this big corporate, and the podcast itself is saying the correct thing. Why the fuck would you be defending Twitch, the platform that is currently and actively hiding information from you? And I agree with that. Why are they hiding certain things from you guys? Like, why are they hiding this information? Why was this hidden for so long?
They have no obligation to share that information.
And
it comes down to.
I have a thought why Twitch is doing what it's doing.
Yeah.
And it's twofold. One is they have said publicly that they don't keep or record information from minors. So if these whispers exist, it would fly in the face of
them.
It would implicate Twitch, say, so the existence of these whispers contradicts the fact that you have said you don't keep whispers from people who are under the age of 18. So that's why I think my theory as to why we have not seen these whispers, because it would implicate Twitch.
And I think, and I
When
do,
it's like under 13, I think that's with COPPA and all. I think it's under 13 or 15.
But if I remember correctly, and someone would have to quote me, and maybe it's because I'm understanding it from the standpoint of you can't broadcast at a certain age. But if I remember correctly, you can't be on Twitch at a certain age. So that's a thing.
Yeah.
Because if I remember correctly, minors are not supposed to be allowed to stream on Twitch. Some do, but they're not supposed to.
I had thought that covered also like whispers and shit. I think it does. I don't quote me on that. I think it does.
Right. This all comes down to
13 is the minimum age.
Yeah. But that it all comes down to maybe don't fucking they had to do something. They had to do something. But let's get back to this.
That they don't like, then of course, obviously not.
I'm worried that it's that though. I just want that to be ruled out. That's why I need to see these text messages, because like, look, if it's real and he actually was like wildly inappropriate with a minor, if he was grooming them to meet up, if anything like that really looks the way they're making it sound, okay. But I do.
Nerd, I need you to understand something. No adult has to message a minor. No adult has to have a continued conversation with a minor. I don't think you're getting it, so I will say it again. No adult needs to have continued conversations, private conversations with a minor.
And not only that, the dude fucking came out and said it. Like, what more do you need at that point? Like, he said, did I have inappropriate conversation with a minor? The answer is yes. Like, that's like the verbatim statement. What, like, why are you trying to carry water to say that, oh, well, it could be this or this or this? I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
It's the same thing when we look at the Mama Mac stuff and Vaush and all these people. Like, you don't need minors in your Discord. Have your Discord be above that. Your Discord should be 18 and up. You shouldn't. I listen, I'll be the first one to say this. I don't even like kids on the internet. At a certain point, I have sat. At that point, I have sat here and said in private and publicly at this point now, because I'm going to say it, there should be a fucking age limit for public posting on the internet, because companies cannot, and this is not me carrying water for companies. This is just a reality. We cannot conceivably keep kids safe on the internet, because there are ways kids are evolving faster and having more internet literacy faster than the adults that are looking at these things.
Yeah, maybe don't give your kids a fucking iPad or a phone when they're like 10 years old.
Right.
I don't know. Like if when the day comes that I have a child, and who knows if that'll happen, but I'm just saying, like, I don't plan on giving them a fucking smartphone until they're like 18. You're gonna get like the phone that you buy an old person that has like, you gotta do texting the hard way, where you gotta push like the button multiple times to get a letter on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna fucking do.
Yeah,
like, you're not gonna get an iPad.
And that's like, as Booker says, like, hey, I grew up with the internet with my parents knowing nothing, and I turned out perfectly fine. Serious. It's not to say that I think that the internet is necessarily a bad place for children, right? I don't even want to say that. It's the fact that we cannot conceivably see and partake in things and stop kids from seeing things. Listen, I'm just gonna out myself real quick, because I guess like who the fuck cares for me outing myself? I found pornographic materials at fucking 13. Like, that's not to. I wasn't going into fucking chat servers and shit like that. There's a reality where we have to do better. And it starts from the content creators. You can't just fucking say, oh, well, maybe like this wasn't a big sister or little brother fucking project. He was privately messaging people. Apparently this could have been a part of some creator program thing that Dr. Disrespect was making or something like that. But that doesn't matter. You entertained a minor in your fucking DMs. Go fuck off and die. I'll say it. and not in fucking Minecraft. Go fuck off a cliff and die. Get off the internet. You need fucking help. You need serious fucking therapy.
If someone says, "Hey, I'm a miner," you say, "You're blocked." Bye.
Yeah, like I grew up in the age, so like I'm gonna date myself here. I was born in 1982, so like I grew up in the age where I was a kid before the internet was a thing. I didn't get the internet until I don't know, like I was in 8th grade, 9th grade, and it's like I grew up through this era where you were in like Yahoo chat rooms and you didn't fucking know who was talking to you.
Right.
You didn't fucking know. And now we're like in internet, internet 3.0, and these people still fucking exist.
And
they still like fucking exist.
And it'll never stop, because here's the thing. We examine it from a lens of fucking, oh my god, I'm quoting fucking Cybersmith, kill me now. The historical context. Here's holy fuck.
Oh no.
Listen.
Broken clock is right twice a day.
Oh god. Because the reality was, yes, fucking rock stars got away for this for a very long time, right? But that's not happening anymore. And content creators have a very different connection with their fans than rock stars. It's insane to say that, but it's the reality. Fans more than ever have access to their creators, and you can't just sit here and defend that. Let's listen to what NerdCity says, because I'm gonna fucking scream my fucking head off, and I have fucking neighbors, and I don't have a sound insulated room yet.
You have a doubt in my mind, because think about what was going on with Twitch at that time.
Oh no. We're gonna, Nani, we will get to the stuff that you have found, because I think it's really interesting, and that will kind of be again an Opp Block expose.
There was someone from the trust and safety team who had the pronouns of deer, right? It's like they
why you gotta bring Doe up?
No,
why you gotta bring Doe up?
Wait, was that actually Doe?
I know, but they just called themselves Doe, I believe. I don't think it's the same Doe. I don't think
that would be a fucking weird one.
It would be fucking weird, but nah, I don't believe it's the same Doe. Yeah. Like that, they have nothing to do. And that person was a trust and safety back in like 2017. I don't think it's the same person anymore. I don't think. Someone can correct me on that, but I don't think it's the same person.
Okay, I'm being told to make sure I say in Minecraft he should go off a cliff and die. I'm being told that my satirical nature is not funny. So Dr. Disrespect, I'm not trying to murder you. I'm just saying that maybe you trying to return to a platform after you have been demonetized. Where are you gonna fucking go? Rumble? No, go to Kick. That's where all the pedophiles
He's
are.
Gonna go to Kick. He'll go to Kick.
They ban pedophiles off a Kick. Also, what you say is keep yourself safe.
Yeah.
Smile.
Keep yourself safe, Dr. Disrespect.
Safe.
Hey, this ain't no threat. Yes, Dr. Disrespect, int in the bot lane. Hey, that's my Minecraft cliff. Just find another one. Yes. Yeah, in Minecraft. But more importantly, no, yeah, this is insane. This is crazy. And saying it's the woke agenda. Please stop saying it's the woke agenda. I swear.
And see, this is the point where I'm like,
wokies.
This is a point where like I question the whole transphobia thing, because he did bring up that trust and safety person. Like, you didn't have to bring that person up, but you did. And I don't think that person is even in the same role. But it was a big deal when they were like put into it, because were their policies bad? Yeah. Their policies were fucking bad. But why did you bring that up? To make an example? Like what?
Yeah. We should, fuck me. I think we should encourage content creators
to
invest
read everything.
Career in fertilizer. Yes, I do, because it's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's that. Oh, oh god. No, but it's.
Yeah.
I understand, but again, I understand what NerdCity is trying. I understand. Didn't Doc pay for a trans woman to do a show?
Yes,
he did. He did. it does go into it. Dear person was like 6 years ago. Yeah, that's the thing.
Like, 6 years ago.
Oh my god, 6 years.
Well, yeah, because the
I'm telling you, it was like
my hair's
2017 or
gray.
something
Holy
like that.
shit.
Because Dr. Disrespect didn't go off the platform until around that time. It was a big thing. It's been like almost 6-7. Like it's been a long time since he was off the platform. I
God
thought.
went off.
No,
he went off like 2021.
Oh, was it
Yes,
2021?
I'm
I thought it was.
so old
2021.
I thought it was 2019.
No.
I
Alright,
know it's
alright.
2021.
Okay. Let's go back into this.
We're running a very, very woke contingent of that company. And so I can see them maybe thinking that Dr. Disrespect is not the kind of guy that they wanted to have be a star anymore. And so for the greater good of, maybe having someone like iShowSpeed or Kai Cenat be the star.
Okay, so that's insane. That's
is-
an insane thing to say. He's
Okay.
So
like, there's only one way people can take that you're actively being racist for a second.
like you just said 2 black dudes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, like I'm gonna call it out. Like, you just named
Yeah.
Kai Cenat and iShowSpeed, and I'm like, could you could have said a bunch of other people on Twitch.
There's a lot of names.
He could have said
There's a lot
there's
of
a
names
lot
you
of
could have
names.
said. You could have said
Yeah.
Pokimane. You could have said Pokey if you really wanted to.
But
But,
it's, it's not just that. It's the fact that those are, like, I get it. Those are the very popular content creators. And I think Twitch has done a sizably... Okay, what is that, Nani?
He's indigenous.
Okay, that doesn't... I don't, like...
What?
I know.
I understand that he's
Interesting.
I understand that he's indigenous. I don't need to, like... I mean, not to be a dickhead, but you're calling out... You name dropped black creators. He could have said Hassan and Hassan too. He could have
Exactly.
He could have said Hassan and Vash.
Yeah.
So this could
Exactly.
be. If I'm
agreeing with you guys. It's
if
just
I'm gonna
like
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
If I'm gonna be kind,
Mm-hmm.
if somebody, we don't have to be, but it might be another instance where he's just saying things off the top of his head and not realizing what he's saying.
So that's what I was about to
Could be
say.
just another one of those situations. Again, it does look really
Sounds
rough when he
terrible.
just names two
Hassan-
black creators
chair
on Twitch.
stream, chair
Chair
stream.
Fair stream.
Chair
No,
stream.
listen. I've watched Hassan. I don't
He's your
dislike
favorite creator, you said.
I don't. He's not my favorite creator. I've never fucking said that. Don't say those words.
You're in his Discord.
That's Tyler. Tyler's his favorite creator.
No.
No way.
No, I don't. I'm in his Discord just for memes. No, I don't. I'm not active in that fucking Discord. Please do not say that. The Discord and the Twitter community are two separate things. But I will say this: you could have said a lot of different. You could have said Hassan. You could have said a lot of different people. And I think that it's one of those things where. What do you mean? But doesn't he say later to kick out the whites? I don't. What do you mean? Who said that specifically? Fernando, I need to know if NerdCity said that, that's a little. Oh God, that's.
Or is that what he's?
Or are you saying that about Hassan? Because that's.
Or is that what he's saying? Nerd City is implying here.
Yeah, I'm confused. Oh, you forgot. Okay, never mind then. We'll ignore that for now. Oh, Nerd said white right after. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's listen to what Nerd has to say before I say what I want to say.
We got to knock off this toxic masculine guy, this white guy, right? So like, I just want to make sure that this was not a fucking dirty trick played on him.
Why don't Twitch just come out and say, we cannot reveal this information because we are under NDA contract?
Because if they put out a statement saying we can't say anything, our hands are tied, they'd probably lose a fuck ton of shareholders.
I just think if the company that he had the game with investigated and then dropped him because of it, does make it seem pretty likely he's guilty. Obviously, you can't just assume it, but
yeah,
he definitely looks guilty.
They must have. They would have had to find something to drop him because of it.
It doesn't look good, but it might have just been that they talked to these people who were like, "Hey, I used to work at Twitch, and he was having inappropriate messages with minors. I saw it with my own eyes." Okay, and he was planning to meet. They just say it convincingly to his partners at the video game company, and that's all we know that they heard, right? Because even the fucking video game company is not saying.
Because they can't say anything because they don't know either. And that's the other thing. It's like so I get what NerdCity is trying to say. I think what NerdCity is trying to say, and I'm gonna do a nice thing for him. I think what Nerd is trying to say is that everyone's being really hush hush, and it's making everything really confusing and frustrating. I agree with that sentiment. I agree that this whole obfuscation of everything that's happened currently in the time and place of Twitch and what has gone on with Dr. Disrespect. At the time of this recording, Dr. Disrespect has fucking deleted his statement about texting a minor, which
is so...
It's scummy. It's fucking...
it looks guilty. It
is
guilt.
It is guilt. He
does look guilty.
Yeah.
Somebody told him, hey, delete your admission of guilt. It's fine. Guess what? That's going to be fucking posted in every reply on Twitter he's ever made his entire life.
Like, why would you delete it? Because you know that everyone who is watching this, they've already saved the post.
Exactly.
They've already fucking saved it. Why delete it? Just leave it fucking up there. Yeah, like Nani.
Yeah. But
I feel like a PR company
it's
might have told him to do it.
Schrodinger's minor. Schrodinger's minor. What were you saying, Greg?
No, it feels like a PR decision made.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He has no... Does he even have advertisers anymore?
So
does he even have like sponsors at this point?
This time, no, he can't be. He is demonetized on YouTube. He's demonetized on Twitch, obviously, because he's banned. He lost his membership. Let's say
Has his wife left him yet?
Yeah, no. I don't think so.
I don't know.
Listen up, liberals. My wife left me.
He definitely still has money. There's no way that he stopped at $0.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
For him hiring a PR company of big
that would be
content creator
such
to try
a
to
bad
get.
move on a PR company to say
No,
the first thing you
no,
need
it's
to
not.
do.
It's not.
I
No?
don't think it is. Because
No?
this is. I don't think that's I think it's somebody told him to do it. That's what it feels like. Because him putting it up is definitely like an impulsive type of thing, and then editing it and then re-editing it afterwards. Very impulsive.
Did he edit like 3 times?
Yeah.
Yes, he edited minor out of it, and then he replaced back minor into it. And I agree with what Greg is saying, because the idea is, hey, if you leave it up, the optics of it are worse because people can see it. If you delete it, there'll be rumble about you deleting it, and then people will just put it in your comments. No one will ever, they can't ratio you forever.
So I will say this, I'm pretty sure all of us are on Twitter. Maybe Greg isn't, and if you're not, good for you.
My Twitter account's like 15 years old.
Okay, well, okay.
My Twitter is all I believe.
But we all know how this works well enough to be like, no matter what post Doctor is going to put up in the future, somebody or somebody's is always going to be like copy pasting that whole message that he deleted.
Yeah, that's great.
That's going to happen. It's going to happen in perpetuity now.
Yeah, and I think that's just what it's going to do for the rest of his career. But that's more manageable because it's not on his platform.
That's okay. Fair.
And it's not him
fair.
presenting
I will agree with that. Yes.
The thing that I think Dr. Disrespect can't do is the fact
this you.
Yeah, the this you thing. But the thing that he can't take back is the Rolling Stone article about him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think, unless there is shit behind the scenes where he's trying to get rid of that.
Okay, so keep in mind wasn't that written by Slasher?
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily written by Slasher. He was used as
and he has been discredited to hell and back at this point. Like he is not seen as credible.
Here's what I would say.
Cody is the one, or whatever his name is. He was the one that said it, and then Slasher kind of picked up on.
Well, Slasher. So Slasher said he knew this entire time, and then wouldn't say anything because nobody at Twitch would say anything. Oh no, it's the same. It's the same thing with the Cody Co stuff and Drama Alert. I understand, because there was apparently the victim did not really want to go public about this.
All right,
and you have, and with cases of putting in, in cases of minor abuse and minor mishandling or neglect or sexual, CSA. If the minor doesn't want it public, they have a right to not do that, and they can respect those wishes. I do believe a YouTube rep said they knew. You can't, I can't sit here and say Slasher has been discredited. Yeah, he's probably said some weird things in the past, and I know that he's spoken at a turn and stuff. But a YouTube rep said they knew. At this point, you can't really say shit. It's accredited in the article. I read the article. So it's wild at this point. Let's get back to this.
appalled at this literal thing that he said to the girl
about what they found.
Right?
They just
Yeah,
had
there's
to
still
say, we had to act. It's all bizarre. The game dropping him would be like if Tony Hawk dropped Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Like it's that sort of level of involvement.
Yeah.
So I feel like they had to have found something to drop him
Exactly.
because of it. But again, it is speculation.
But also, then again, you've seen the people who've been dropped from Twitch. We've got one in this call over basically nothing in the past.
Right.
So it could be for that reason too.
Oh, this is just the little aside. They go into it. Pyro was dropped by Twitch because he got his partnership through an American staffer instead of an EU staffer.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Twitch do not have a good track
I'm
history
just
with
gonna kinda
rightful
speed it up
bans.
a
Actually,
little bit.
good thing.
I mean, I'm not
Didn't
banned. I can stream.
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
but
can't make any money.
No,
off
wasn't
it.
there a thing where you heard that someone there didn't like you through?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I talked to someone that used to work at Twitch, and he was like convinced. Like again, there's no proof or anything, but like he's convinced that someone in the Europe offices just had it out for me. Just didn't like me.
And Pyro is
yeah,
by
so
far
all-
is
all it could
definitely
take
not
is
the only
like
one.
basically at Twitch,
I remember
one
reaching
guy.
out to other Twitch employees as well, asking about the ban, and they were just so tight-lipped about it. It's like, no, we can't talk about that. We can't talk about that. I'm not allowed to talk about that. If they thought there was something wrong with me, right, they would have banned me.
There is,
They
but-
do so true. They do that. They ban
Not
you. But
banned, Lord.
what they did to me is so bizarre. It's like they took away everything.
let's
So
see-
when
let's
you
see
stream
if
on
they
Twitch,
continue to
obviously you
talk
can,
about
but unless people are
or they
trying to
just
get
never
partners,
approved you.
Like a soft ban, let's call it.
and it kept saying like
All
three
right,
days
all
away from
You're literally sapping.
It's
Let's
pretty
see.
too
I
many
think
people
they
in
say
Bro.
one
You
more
could
thing
apply
about it,
again,
but I'm
so
not
then I started
entirely
asking
sure.
behind the scenes, like mates who were
But-
streamers and they knew about
Eh.
people at Twitch. And
I think we have enough of what NerdCity has been saying about And again, I'm not saying that NerdCity he believes Dr. Disrespect is innocent. I think NerdCity is trying to identify that it's weird that Twitch held on to this for so long. And it is weird that Twitch held on to this for so long. But
I mean, he is playing devil's advocate here.
yeah,
He is.
But he has to understand. Yeah, Pyro stayed far away from the Dr. Disrespect conversation. Smart move. Yeah, no, Pyro, they moved the conversation. I don't need to see much more of this to understand why NerdCity is getting a lot of flack. And he just doesn't kind of, whatever is happening, like, I don't understand what is going on. I don't understand why he's doing this. I don't understand why he thinks that was a great move. Now, I do think we should come to the final part of this broadcast before we give our closing thoughts. The final part of this broadcast is the fact that we all love Nani. And what Nani is very good at is her
We do love
fucking
Nani.
job. So what
We
I'm gonna
stand Nani.
So what I'm going to do is pull up some of the things that Nani has discovered. Oh my god, Nani, how much fucking shit did you find?
It's a lot.
And then of course
It is a bunch. Yeah, I was reading some of it.
Is there a specific highlights that I should grab? Because you have grabbed things.
I mean, it's your choice. That's just, it's not even related to the document.
No, it's not. But I think that this
but-
is an interesting.
Yeah. You can. There's a bunch you can like pick and choose.
I'm gonna pick.
Those are the-
I am going to pick and choose. The only reason I asked is that if you have anything. Oh, there's a moment where he also makes fun of Pyro's Discord for having Minty Winty Baby in it because apparently he gets kind of sad about that.
Oh, Anissa blocked him. Anissa blocked him.
Oh, and then Nisa blocked him. Apparently, I don't.
Heirs of Anissa Joma blocked him.
That's
Yeah.
a weird one.
And he was salty about it.
Let's see. These are comments that he's made. This is
He's also talking about the Fed posting, so
The
he
Fed-
talks about it too.
okay. DAP finest stuff. That's me reading what's on the screen and not necessarily what I'm reading. Okay.
There's so
what-
much more. We're
what-
not gonna lie, it's not.
One thing that we didn't cover, that I don't even know if I had the screenshots for, but apparently, I know it's on Nicholas Diorio's Twitter. Fuck. I'm gonna open Twitter on a different tab real quick, just so I don't.
Is it any of the tweets I put in the doc?
I have to see if it's the Nicholas Diorio tweets. It's one of the ones where.
Yeah.
I
I posted some of his tweets.
Let me see if I can find it, because it's talking about the fact that NerdCity. This is NerdCity fucking threatened Tommy C at one time. No, it's talking about specifically the fact that he brought his person into he brought his own person into the Discord. I don't know if I have those ones. I don't know if I have those. That's fine if I don't. But yeah, no. Let's see. So Nani, can you explain some of these pictures while I'm pulling them up?
So this is his NFT Discord. And like there's a bunch I could have grabbed, but it's also like 11:30. I'm feeling a little lazy. So I just kind of got a bit of a taste of it per se. But all of it is just him molding and being really fucking cringe.
Yeah, so let's go over some of these things. So Merlin is a Discord mod. I know that Merlin has some opinions. There's some Merlin tweets and things like that. But this is really interesting. Things that might be helpful to understand. First, Dapcord has the finest gays on the internet. It's not even close. 100 Reddit commies against even one of our gays would be an absolute annihilation. Screenshotting for gotchas in gremlin behavior that comes from beneath and is the nip at the ankles. There exist no channels in this server to plot against our detractors. Lastly, this is a club, not a halfway house for pyromaniacs that will start small fire just to watch chaos.
Okay, so like I'm gonna make a joke here. That first sentence, has the finest gays. I really want Tyler to read that in his Trump voice.
This is the finest gays. We do everything here. It's the finest gays. Fucking minty winty nene. Watch me mint. Watch me nene. Watch me mint mint. Another cat post. And this is again in the DAP Discord. This is fucking insane. What are you doing? Like, who is this person? I'm not even going to repeat these things, but where's your moderation team? Your moderation team should have been against this immediately. Like,
they got a bot mod.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like what is happening?
Local mountain lion.
And
what the fuck?
Exactly. Like this is
It's
insane.
fucking unhinged.
It's unhinged. You're not you're accusing people of not moderating their Discords. Meanwhile, you are doing the same thing. You are not moderating. And I get it. He's gonna get an influx of people, but like this is insane right now. Hey nerd, give it a chance, please. I kind of understand what you think, but I'm a salty person complex ways, whatever this may be. Stop speaking out your ass. I'm gonna put more grease on the dome. Grease equals blood, so I need some. Not gonna lie. Layer in actual autism, and it gets even harder for a new join to sort out what not to do. They just copy and see what people are doing to fit in, and the result in a server that no one normal would want to talk to. NerdCity, please consider coming to Brazil. Where Pyro says new video tomorrow, and nobody responds or just tells him to kill himself. It's not normal. Most people coming from my channel tell me they don't like it. Okay. Again, in Pyro's Discord, not moderating how his fans speak to him is what he does. If that is a joke within his server, that is okay. Like that's just a thing. We, as we've always said, like we make fun of Diesel all the fucking time. Like we always say that he don't get that bread. He's fucking gluten intolerant. Doesn't mean
we bully him.
We bully him.
We do bully him.
We bully the shit out of him.
That's why he doesn't stream on Sundays.
NerdCity, another post. I was thinking that this is a moment of being normal, and sadly the hosts aren't. Blah. When Ryan and I are working hard in it, it would take about 2 to 3 hours of talking normally and the timing out spam, and then suddenly TBH cord would become usable. People would be like people would be talking like they are right here now, following a train of thought and not just jumping gifs and an endless stream of look at me, fuck you, and it snaps back with no moderation. So again, what you're saying is that you're not having a very good moderation team. Let's see what else Nerd has said in this DAP cord. This is what I used to do. Let's see. Exactly. Ignore us. Just talk to the people who care and aren't dunking on you. That's what I used to do. I talked to anyone who was talking to me, but I can't be doing that in a server that unbans the trolls I'm banning or timing out. The end result is Nazi spam in my own server from people who are very smug about it and think they're entitled to harass people. You do understand, like, you don't but you could just ban them. You don't need to talk to them.
Those people in your own server.
Yeah,
but
you can also
you'll ban
not
people
interact.
that spam cat gifts.
Yeah,
you can not interact with people.
You can not interact with them. You like
life doesn't exist solely in Discord, nerd.
Exactly. That is what's pissing me off. You could
All
just
I do
ban
is
them.
Discord, and even I touch grass. Like if I can, you can too.
It's so wild. Let's see what else.
This is coming from Discord mods.
Oh my god, why the fuck is this? The Harley. Oh, someone's gonna clip this. I can already feel it.
Yeah.
Harley owners jerking each other and their cocks coming hard. 18 naked cowboys in the yard.
Please clip that, please.
Fuck me.
Cloudy, please clip that.
I don't like this. I don't like the fact that this is getting fucking clipped. I don't like this. Fuck me. Okay, here we go. We had a cat-like incident before here. I guess the Blady thing was the same. One guy was shitting up chat by, I don't even know what the fuck Blady is.
Might be username Blady.
That could be a person.
And nothing else. So we made a bot warn him and delete Blady. That sent everyone rebellious free speech Tesla bro into a mental spiral. Oh god, I don't like this.
Blady actually might be a bot now.
Yeah.
See that I'm reading? I'm not sure.
Maybe. Okay, and this is the final one I wanted to pull out. For most rational people, better to own NFTs and make money than to own NFTs and lose. I don't know. No. That is not how this works.
See, this is why I don't like NFTs. Like, because you say shit like that.
You're
it's not about being an artist or preserving what's good for artists. It's about fucking making money.
Exactly. It's wild.
It'll come back around.
Yeah.
Just hold on to them.
Yeah, hold on. Hold fast. Yeah. Apes hold
just
together.
Hold. Yeah, diamond hands, right?
Yeah, diamond hands. Apes hold firm, baby.
Yeah.
So here we go from NerdCity. Most NFTs have no. Oh, he's a fucking idiot. Most NFTs have no one of consequence involved using a pseudonym. While promising to do extraordinary things, they are never worth even a penny. Some self-interest is rational and speculation can be a driver of adoption. But what would a NerdCity currency with big LP be useful for? How would the people who got dumped by shrewd traders be getting any value from me? Forking Safe Moon for the millionth time so people can learn not to buy and hold shit coins isn't really a utility. Yeah, but that's literally what the NFTs are. Just because you are holding firm and funneling money into your NFTs doesn't mean that you should. Here's the thing, you're also giving fucking financial advice.
Most NFTs are bad, except mine.
Yeah. Mine is fine. You're also
buy fatty token.
Like you're fucking giving financial advice. You shouldn't be giving financial advice. You can
not
be
financial
sued
advice.
for that.
Hashtag.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like he's so concerned about speaking out his ass. He really wants to try so fucking hard. It's insane. Should I pull up the Nicholas Diorio tweets? I have him up. I have some of.
Why not? Like,
yeah, I have some of the stuff that Nicholas Diorio did post because I did bookmark it. I bookmarked what was going on. So
why not? Just fucking do it.
Let's see, Nicholas Diorio.
Because he is somewhat relevant to this conversation.
He is.
Keep in mind, like,
where is
NerdCity?
Oh, this is. Oh god.
Oh my god.
What is happening here? Oh, I don't like this.
No. That's weird because I know Wings hates Trump. That's wild.
I mean, it's a joke. To be fair. Okay, so
Tipster came back. Tipster came back. Tipster won.
Yeah, he did.
So this is some of the things that he says. Okay, so this is important. This was in the private Discord between the hosts. Right? We should probably get in call to sort this out. Honestly, Uncle Ben, at everyone, I believe that is clown. Yes,
I believe Uncle Ben is clown.
At everyone. Pyrocynical, I'm down for call. Uncle Ben, Jay, NerdCity, Jay, I'm around for another 20 then bed. Pyrocynical, I'll join VC just scripting at the moment. NerdCity says good night to Jay. Because he responds, he doesn't really respond that much later. To Pyrocynical, he calls him a minty winty baby waby. Uncle Ben, are you joining call? NerdCity just posts a fucking meme. No, I know enough about these guys fucking, F-slur or whatever. Yeah, again, I have the pass. I'm just not going to use it right now. I think
you're waiting. You're waiting to use it.
I am.
I think waiting for the right moment.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to like be funny, and like he's just never fucking funny. I think very important we do it, but can we reschedule? At everyone, call in an hour. At everyone, call in an hour. At everyone, call in an hour. Literally at different times of the day.
I feel like Clown was really trying to get them to work together.
Like, yeah, no, he it's very clear that he
was trying to get them. Yeah.
And we will go over the step down that he has. I'm just kind of looking for more of the tweets. This is like NerdCity complaining that Pyro doesn't want to, moderate his Discord. I'm remembering now. The actual thing that set me off the other night was someone pointing out that this was deleted by Pyro's Reddit mod. So I learned he was being protected from witch hunts. Only him. I mean, that's clearly a joke. You're being called out for the words that are coming out of your fucking mouth. Like that's the thing. Like, I don't mean to be rude, but like, fuck it, I'll be rude. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like you're saying things.
He's using what I don't know. I can tell that's a joke because we know Pyro's backstory. So saying like time out for being trans, I'm like, okay, if you know Pyro's back history and what he does, that's probably being said in a satirical manner.
Right.
And he's trying to use it as if, this is so like upsetting. I'm like, fuck off.
And he's
bro.
also saying it in a way a tactical F slur. Thank you, Fernando. I'm holding my right to use my tactical F slur moment.
Falgi is waiting to drop the F-bomb at some point.
I am. This one is like fucking insane, right? Because this is the he's talking about not wanting Pyrocynical fans and things like that, and like, does he hate every YouTuber community? And he's like, no, I only hate him if the creator is a pussy.
What?
Yeah, he's essentially calling Pyrocynical a pussy, and that's like essentially what he continues to do. Maybe NerdCity is mad at Pyro's viewers love what he does, but Nerd's viewers fucking turn on him. Yeah, it does. So this is the thing. I don't think Nerd is saying is that any viewer that turned on him was not one of the viewers that he got. It was a viewer that he got from Pyro or from other people. And that's what it feels like to me, right? That's what it feels like.
Not a true fan fallacy.
Yes, it very much feels like, oh god, this AR.
Black Obama. Okay, no, go scroll back. That is actually down to the goat, the pixelized goat, the pixel goat.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I believe, one of the NFTs of NerdCity that Nicholas Diorio actually bought.
Oh god, that's fucking. Oh god, there's just so much shit happening on my screen.
Careful, scroll on Twitter.
Oh, good cat turd. Huh?
No. To be fair, it's kind of easy with what's his face. It's a little easier. I know this. I went through this account. I'm just looking for things. I'm not recording until they start deleting lies from the Pyro subreddit at the very least. And then this is just going to Reddit. This goes into the fact that going to Reddit is different than going to Pyro's Discord and Pyro's subreddit. It only festered because he's a coward. So is Dolan, and so are his mods. Again, he is very upset that people are making fun of fucking the minting shit. Like, people are very much making fun of the issue that people are making fun of his NFTs. And I think that this kind of like Uncle Ben, I have never unbanned a single person. By the way, you had free reign to do that, which we should call we should do a call tomorrow. I don't care why you want to air out our dirty laundry like this to a bunch of morons.
Yes! Like, why is NerdCity airing this shit out when it should be like being handled between the four hosts?
Exactly. That is the biggest point of contention I continue to have, is that you could have talked to them privately. You did not. unless you're gonna show that you talked to leak the fucking DMs. Leak the fucking DMs.
If he doesn't, I think someone else should.
I mean, he already has, but he has in different regards. The DMs that have been leaked make him seem like a fucking psycho. And
I mean, the ones that like others could have leaked by now.
Yeah, I think MCID makes a really good point. It reeks of jealousy, and I don't think that's what it is. But the problem is that NerdCity cannot help himself from fighting other people. He needs to be the smartest person and the most right person in the room. And I'll tell you that is obnoxious.
It also plays into what you said earlier about how the fact that the dude does not do well, like live. He doesn't do good live. Like he does good when it's scripted material, but like when you get him like off the cuff, he can't give a response that is decent, at least.
Exactly.
You throw in like the NFT stuff and his ultra defense of it.
Yes.
Like, so it's one thing if like you make something and people don't like it, you know, you could still like, oh, you know, I made something bad and I'll still have some people who will enjoy it type of thing. That's cool. But it's something bigger when it's kind of like collectively disliked and you're already past the moment of its prime type of thing too, you know. So and he's trying to defend it still. He's still got people that's still with him on it, which I guess he should at least be content in that. But people are still going to make fun of it because it's just something people do since they came out.
I think that this is a drama that there's just so much that can be said, but honestly, it all comes down to the fact that it was just a really sad moment for a person to kind of out themselves this way. He doesn't do well in a live setting. He cannot curtail himself and his comments. Honestly, the best advice would have been having set times to get on and off Discord and to be on and off moderating things. Yeah, a schedule, but he never did that, and he probably won't do that. And that's pretty
much
it.
Take a step back, being able to take a breather, being able to let things lie, especially as a creator, as a big creator in spaces like this. Like,
so the funny thing is, Pyro, when he had his big drama with like the messages with, you know, and you can say whatever you want about his quirks, whatever, like he was able to navigate that in a way where he came out on top, where he was able to disprove the allegations that are being pressed against him. And now you have NerdCity, who is just collapsing under his own molding with only the slightest criticism being put against him, and for nothing more than you got a shitty NFT, bro, and he's melting over it. Like, Pyro, whether you like him or hate him, and honestly, I am indifferent to Pyro. Because I don't watch him, but he's made a stronger stuff than NerdCity, clearly, and he has the balls to like shit on Pyro because he was mean. His Discord was mean to him. Like, what?
Let's just see. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Sorry,
and at this point, no, it's okay. At this point, NerdCity's not involved with TBH anymore. They kicked him out, or he left.
So there is a Twitter post. Yeah. Let me see if I can find it real quick. If I can't, well, that's life, and life happens in a vacuum.
And at this, and it's worth noting that if he left versus he got kicked out, you know, like they're still willing to work with him even if he's acting like this.
It got posted on the Reddit. I'm pretty sure I posted this in the doc.
I saw it.
Okay.
Maybe I saw it. It's in the Twitter thread it's under one of the things. So this is what NerdCity said. Some TBH lore you might not know. Clown and
I believe
I think
I maybe.
Clown and I would assume I launched this podcast with a plug at the end of our J Station collab. I did see that on the channel. As a result, it was those viewers and then a handful of Twitter replies from all 4 hosts that really got the ball rolling. I also edited the visuals for the first 3 episodes, and TBH was a bit more like a video series than a podcast back then. Looking back, I feel confident that I knew how to keep the earliest TBH subscribers entertained. That did not remain the case over time. By far, it's Pyrocynical who has the largest fan base of the 4 hosts. And once he started to link the TBH pod in the end cards of Pyro Live, it picked us up and changed our demo dramatically. Jay would work Pyro's face into our thumbs and his name in the titles, which boosted our subscriber growth by a lot and strengthened the connection to Pyro's channel. Most people are interested in Pyro as a topic than they are in Nerd, Colossal, or Dolan. So, as this strategy continued to work, the top comments changed from telling the rest of us to replace Pyro to telling the rest of us to sit back and stop yapping so much and just make fun of him now and then. Another thing became increasingly clear. Most topics that I think are interesting will bore Pyro's viewers to death. So again, he's still blaming Pyrocynical's viewers.
He's still blaming Pyro.
That's crazy.
He's literally still blaming Pyro for
this.
Like
this. You're still blaming Pyro, which is a very bizarre ending to this, if this is the case.
Who fucking cares what Pyro's viewer likes? If you guys, you guys do what you want to do. Like, don't be beholden just because you Pyro's viewers don't like this. So fucking what? Cover the topics that you want to cover.
That's just are you gonna talk about a topic roundtable, or are you gonna pick at each other back and forth, or is there gonna be a topic that specifically Pyro viewers would enjoy? What's the point of the podcast at that point?
It also reeks that I know Pyro was popular, but I didn't want him there, and it's very weird.
It's almost like he's jealous.
Yeah, and I don't, and it sucks for me to say that because that in and of itself is very I'm not a Pyro fan. I fucking watch more.
I'm not either. Yeah.
I watch Pyro videos because of this fucking thing. Yeah, this is what?
Don't.
Robin, not. This is not it yet.
No.
This is not it yet. This is not it yet, Robin. This is not it yet. Let's see. On my channel, I have a theme of exposing secrets or exploring theories that sounded like crazy conspiracies, but I could demonstrate were true. Guess what? The fucking flat earthers did that too. Don't say that out loud. That's not how you should look at that. In one case, I helped confirm that YouTube had a secret rating system for each channel and video. In another instance, I collaborated with analysts that would show that YouTube's bots were suppressing LGBTQ creators. As you may recall, on the episode 5 of the TBH podcast, I went over ESG scores and BlackRock Aladdin stock picker about a year before these concepts were mainstream talking points. And I'm proud to see that episode is our most viewed and is now close to hitting 1 million views on YouTube. Yeah, but the problem is that is gonna garners the wrong audience, dog. That's gonna garner the wrong audience. I'm telling you that for real.
Okay, so I keep an ear to the ground when it comes to gaming drama, like the gaming community drama.
Mm-hmm.
And BlackRock is brought up almost constantly because they're DEI and they're Sweet Baby Inc. and all this other bullshit, and all goes back to BlackRock. This is not cultivating the people that you really want to associate with.
Yeah,
it really doesn't. It really
or
doesn't.
Maybe it is. Maybe this is the people that he wants.
Maybe that's what he wants. He's already talking about the wokies.
What's the point of him saying that? Is he just saying I'm leaving because I want to lean into this instead of being a part of a podcast? Even what is he trying to say with this?
And I don't know.
I make good content. Yeah. I'm going to leave to lean into this good content I make about exposing conspiracies and secrets,
which is his content. And MCID, that is an interesting topic of a video, and it probably was a great video. And that's the thing is like it feels like he has to put in the but my video is the most popular, right, guys? Like, why you don't have to say it like that.
Yeah, what a weird way to phrase it.
Right.
That might be a decent future topic.
Yeah, maybe. The ESG, yeah, maybe one day. However, as time went on and as our demo kept evolving, it got harder to ever share a topic like that on a podcast again. Pyro viewers don't seem to enjoy. Oh my god. Pyro viewers don't seem to enjoy when I explain things, and the topics I like to tend to be minefield keywords that are suppressed by the algorithm, like Bill Gates or that's not
Bill Gates. Sorry,
demons. I love demons.
The podcast isn't show and tell. The podcast should be. You guys should have figured out what the podcast should have been before, like 2 years into it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
If you want to do,
oh my god,
if they want to do a podcast that's conspiracy theories, or every other episode somebody brings in a topic, and that's what we're gonna go on. This is the Pyro episode. This is the NerdCity episode. And then they rotate like that. That's something different than what the podcast is. It seems like.
Right.
I am going to Mid-Journey right after this and putting in "Give me Bill Gates demons."
But that's what I'm saying is like, but. I understand that the frustration that he's feeling as a creator. I do understand that, right? I understand that there's gonna come a day where we do a really great stream or a really great project that, we have a project kind of in the background that's in the works that I'm not gonna leak, but it's gonna be a little bit different than some of the streams that we're doing. And I know it's not gonna do as well in the beginning.
Are you gonna leak it to me? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're gonna leak it to me too? Like,
I'll tell you guys later. No, I'll tell you guys later. But that's not the point. Like the point is that what was
the live action Sentai stuff.
Yeah, the live action Sentai stuff. Yes, exactly. No,
Power Rangers.
No, it's Kamen Rider, asshole, and fucking Super Sentai.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're not gonna get on this thing. No, but
we're leaking too much.
Yeah, we're leaking too much now. No, but it's like you have your own channel. Fucking cover these things on your channel then. And you know what would be great? On the podcast, when you discuss these topics, discuss the behind the scenes of that creation. Because then you can have it a talk shop kind of podcast. And then
would you make this month? Let me I made this. Let me talk about it here.
Yeah. And then your collaborators can ask you questions about it. That's how a podcast between creators is functional, right? Especially if you guys don't create the same videos. It's fun. That's a really good podcast idea. But it sounds like you weren't into that as well, right? It's the Pyro viewers is the issue, right? And so let's see. He says, I did keep trying to add value to the show, but more and more viewers would voice their concerns on Reddit and in our comments to how I was unironically including clips from alt-right shows like Joe Rogan and mentioning alt-right's conspiracy theories such as mental health disorders in the DSM-5. Less yapping, make more fun of Pyro was their main request. Okay, then. I mean, listen, it does sound like you... Unfortunately, right now, it does sound like you're leaning too much into the fucking alt-right when you keep saying that it's the woke mind virus and the Marxists that are killing the channel.
And you're being too beholden to these comments as well.
Frog's gay.
So can I want to ask a question of Falk because I know he has more psychiatric education than I do. So
that's not true at all.
Do you, Greg? Do you?
No. He has more than you. I mean, you have more than him, right?
No, I do not. Mine is laboratory, not psych. I'm gonna ask you. So like, would you? So my knee jerk reaction to that is just like the whole like mental illness DSM-5 shit. Would you consider that to be some kind of like, I'm not gonna say dog whistle to some kind of transphobia, but do you see where the link I'm trying to connect here?
I understand what you say. I have my own feelings about the I have my own feelings about how body dysmorphia in regards to trans identity is handled in the DSM. I understand that it kind of has to be there so people can get fucking medical treatment for it. I get it. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but I do understand it.
Right.
But it also, I think that's more in reference to the fact that people are calling him a narcissist.
Okay.
I think that's what's more in fact of it.
I thought he was making like some kind of allusion to like trans equating to mental illness because it's listed because
maybe
because body dysmorphia is listed in the DSM-5.
I mean, maybe, but I cannot. I'm not going to. I don't have enough research into him, into his psyche to be able to make that.
I think the reason
illusion.
why I brought that up is because we've already gone over the potential transphobia already in this stream, so like that was already on my mind.
I think it's more the fact that he has a lot of. He cannot censor himself in specific ways, or he's not secure in the fact that there is an audience that doesn't like his style of content that he was exposed to, that he's now upset that he was exposed to. But that's just life. That's just how that fucking shit works. So going on to, as a creator, I would like to work on content.
I want to pause real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I aged because I thought he was done. I didn't realize
he was
giving a whole dissertation.
No.
I think
he keeps going.
This is the last. This is the last one. This is the last part of it. So I'm just gonna.
No, it's not. I was like, man, he kept it short and sweet.
Yeah, no. It's gonna go more into it. As a creator, I'd like to work on content that people enjoy. And unfortunately, there was a feedback loop where the more I tried to take a backseat on leading our discussions, the more that minority of viewers who joined from my channel would politely tell me they didn't like the podcast anymore. And to be honest, oh my God, don't put the fucking trademark shit. I started feeling increasingly unhappy contributing low effort work to the show. There's been a push-pull where I always wish the show could represent something more useful to people. Then create that podcast elsewhere. Why did you make this all fucking public? You didn't have to make any of this public. This is 100% felt in your conversations with your co-hosts. It should have been with your co-hosts.
You know what you say when you say goodbye? Conflicting views or
you just say like it didn't work out.
Creative differences.
Yep.
We did it for 2 years. It ran pretty well. I'm happy with the work we did. I'm good with leaving where we are. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna focus on my own YouTube channel.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. That's all you have to say. You don't need to air out all these thoughts and feelings to your audience like this. I mean, maybe it's cathartic.
It makes you seem petty. It makes you seem extremely petty.
This
considering how much he's written,
it's being posed here. Yes.
Yeah, because it's not done. I still have to go to. So to be honest, TM again. The way this all turned out made me feel pretty angry the past week. And by complaining openly, I tried to force my co-host to see how bad things really are. The most maddening thing is, I believe we recorded a pretty good episode in TBH 31, and surprising amount of people said it was their favorite or the best episode yet. But in spite of all of that, it still missed the mark by a lot with Pyro's subreddit. Stop blaming Pyro.
Isn't that the last episode?
No blaming Pyro.
I think we finally got one right after 31 episodes.
Yeah, like what? Like, well, I think it was the last episode was about Sneeko and Charlie, I believe.
No one cares what Sneeko.
Yeah. It was, hey, Charlie fucking didn't figure out that he was being secretly recorded for a little bit.
All that proves is that Charlie cannot debate.
Or
Charlie can't debate.
Or that, or maybe don't give debate perverts a platform when all they want is to debate you.
Yeah, don't give a platform
if you think it's in good faith and it was a private conversation.
Don't give the guy who liked cuties a platform.
So you're probably tracking for the next time chat on the screen is unreadable. Is it unreadable right now?
Yeah, because the chat's in the way. If you turn off chat, it should be fine.
Okay.
Or if you move chat over to the right.
Yeah. I gotta hold up.
It's okay.
I apologize.
Yeah, why chat's in the way again?
Chat in the way again. I do apologize, chat. You guys are just fucking in the way constantly, and I'm trying to figure out because you guys are big, right? I get it. Oh, I gotta go to overlay. Fucking my.
That's a big deal.
You know what?
That's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
What can you do? Can you hit the little arrows on the Twitter?
This thing,
the top right ones. Yeah.
This is hide. Does that just hides the thing?
But it'll and yeah, it doesn't fix it all the way.
Okay, here,
checking stream.
I'm just gonna move it slightly. Did it move? I'm actually curious.
It did move, but chat's still there.
No, but it should be on the opposite side of the screen because what I'm going to do is move this back, and then it should be black. Let me just look at it real quick.
Yeah, Chat is taking over.
Yeah, if you
Chat's
what is it?
revolting.
If you,
Chat
like,
is
just-
revolting.
I have to save it and then
You could just turn off chat for this last bit for now, since we're
yeah.
here.
Well, no, I have to change that. I have to turn the stream overlay off. Yeah, fuck it. For right now, we're just gonna do
Newbie streamers, folks. Newbie streamers.
Yeah, dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air.
Nani, how are you doing? How's your dog, Nani?
So
I'm gonna
he's
turn the full
doing
overlay off for a
okay.
second.
Yeah,
You're an allegory.
He's taking a snooze right now. He has a limp. I don't know. I could guess it's because he, he's old. He's 9. So whenever he like jumped into the car or like jumped on something, but when he ran back in here, it looked fine. Maybe it's just a little sore now. Like he's gonna be okay.
Dogs be
There's
weird.
just like
Dogs be
He's a
weird.
good boy. He's a good boy.
All right. Okay, let's get back to this real quick. I fixed it. We transitioned and I fixed it. So I lashed out at Pyro over this in public and in private. You didn't need to do it in public because I felt he wasn't defending our show when it got heat from his fans. That would be the dumbest thing. He knows that. He knows his fans are not going to like that. He knows he's going to get shit for that. If he knows he's going to get shit for that, he's not going to do it. Since his viewers that we cater now still wow that he would speak up or correct the record and his fan base attacks us unfairly. But obviously criticizing Pyro isn't going to fix his fat, smelly Reddit or his belching gaseous Discord. Oh my god,
This
brother.
is
Jesus Christ.
This is crazy.
These
are the people that are paying. This is people that are paying in the Patreon too. Like these are people giving you views. Like it's so fucked up.
Okay. It also wasn't fair to place the blame between Pyro's big sweaty moobs. I don't know if that's a joke.
What?
I don't know if that's
That
a
might
joke.
be a
that might be
joke.
a fucking joke.
That might be a
Okay.
All
The
right.
state of
Kinda weird to
TBH
say.
actually isn't any particular host's fault, but at the end of the day, it's just a result of decisions we all made, and it's equally been my own doing. I, for one, could have been uploading more and balancing the scales with our listeners. Yeah, you were not creating content. That sounds like a you issue.
How many times does he say Pyro's name in this post?
A bunch.
that's a good point.
Well, there's more. There's more. There's more Pyro time.
If they give each other ribs, maybe he ribs the Pyro's fans like that, and they don't get it. But then if he was, why is he leaving? I don't know. It's so weird.
Right.
But it's I cannot tell if he actively hates them or if he's okay with calling them smelly.
Yeah, but it
and then if he is okay with them and they're okay with getting shit on by him, why is he leaving?
Right.
I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Well, because
exactly.
And if he doesn't like them, why rile them up?
Well, listen. I just read. It's just gonna get worse from here because it reads.
Okay.
It doesn't read like he's ripping him. It reeks of invasion of accountability.
Yeah.
So let's see. In one manner of speaking, it was Pyro's prolific upload schedule that kept TBH in business at all, and so I should be thankful for him for pulling his weight. And most of you already know Pyro takes a different approach to his communities than many YouTubers do. That is a fucking blanket statement you would want to take back. He eggs his fans on to act like they hate him, and then he acts completely unflappable when they tell him to kill himself.
Oh, okay. So, like, what streamer doesn't have fans doing that?
But it's not only that. I would say that it's like why do you continue to single out Pyro in this discussion?
Yeah, there's 2 other people on your.
There's 2.
There are
2 other people.
That's kind of my point, which is why I said how many times do you say Pyro's name?
Yeah.
Where it's like there's also Dolan, who you have talked about in the past, but apparently you don't want to talk about Clown, which, for I guess in Clown's defense, he hasn't really done anything to warrant being targeted,
right? But it just reeks. It just reeks of jealousy now.
Yes,
and it's very
it does.
bizarre. It's a very bizarre way to go about this. It reeks of jealousy.
Because like Pyro has like 3 million 3 million subs. Is that what it is? Like, I can't think of any other reason.
Well, listen. There's more. There's still more.
I know.
Let's see. He exists fans. Okay. But I haven't built that relationship with the internet, and to be honest, I'd rather not have one. I don't like the dense fog of farts that Pyro manages to thrive in, so all things considered, I don't see a path forward where I could be useful on this show. I'll still be hanging around the server and channel if you need to reach me, and I'm going to remain in the Patreon Discord, and you could still talk to me anytime you want to, but in the near term, instead of recording new TBH videos, I'm going to turn my focus back on making new videos for YouTube and finishing some larger projects I started that are moving too slow. Now,
bullshit.
Hold on, no, we'll get there. We'll get there. Now and then, I have a good topic to yap about. I might record an audio stream for Nerd Suburbs, I guess another thing that he does, and then cross-post it to X on NerdCity. I'm looking forward to uploading again, and maybe this new challenge starting from scratch and sitting alone with a microphone yapping into a void. Thank you to all who supported the TBH on Patreon. I'm grateful that you gave me a chance to entertain you. If you're subscribed to NerdCity on YouTube, I aim to have interesting videos to show you soon. So,
guys, is it a dog whistle to unironically use X?
Yeah,
unironically call it
X. We don't call it X. We call it Twitter.
Everybody calls it Twitter. So the sentiment I'm getting,
so funny.
God damn it, the sentiment I'm getting is. So this is my only conjecture. This is me reading into this apology or this statement, and not necessarily casting doubts or judgments on NerdCity. But it reads like he was very unsatisfied with the level and quality of videos that he was making at a certain point because he wasn't making them, and he thought he could control the output of the podcast in a way that it would be supplementary to the type of content that he created as a person. However, one of the issues he ran in is that the other members of his podcast did not create content in the same vein or in the same style of which he viewed his content. It's very obvious that NerdCity views his content as extremely analytical and thought-provoking, right? And he has a lot of regrets and sentiments from that, from what I can read from this. But he deigned it so to be big mad on Pyro, because the reality is it reeks of Pyro makes lower effort content and he made us popular, but that was a double-edged sword for me because people were calling me out for things and not enjoying my commentary. It reeks of being big baby mad.
Yes. Like, I think that's being a little bit charitable because, like, okay, look, TBH was only putting out videos what, every 2-3 months?
Right.
And you're saying that cut into finishing larger products that are moving too slow? Motherfucker, this wasn't like a week, like a once a week podcast. This is only happening like maybe what every 2 to 3 months. There'll be a new video TBH.
Right. And
you're using it as an excuse. Oh, this is such cope. This is such cope.
It is. It's a lot of cope. It's a lot of cope. It's a lot of cope. Like, it's just like how it is. And I think that that's something that he will never be able to, unfortunately, for better or for worse, he's going to have to let this die down. But the reality is he's not going to be able to walk back this for a while. It's going to be a weird thing. It's going to be a hard thing for him to understand that it was like this for a little bit. And it was a huge struggle. And he got a slop channel to fund the main channel. Yeah, I mean, like, that's Pyro does video game reviews. Yeah, it's hard to quantify what he's like currently looking for. And I mean, that's pretty much all I kind of have to say on the topic. Do you guys have any kind of post-mortem things? I'm going to just transition to our end title card for our post-mortem thoughts.
Greg?
Personally, no. I didn't know anything about him. I was kind of interested in his content, but I'm kind of not interested in him as a person right now. To really look into it. Maybe I'll circle back to one of his more popular ones, but wish him the best. I hope he gets finds what he's looking for, because it's definitely not
there.
It wasn't with not with TBH.
I think if I had any kind of like closing thoughts, because I'm with Greg on this one, because I don't watch NerdCity. I didn't know about NerdCity until the Sniper Wolf Jax Films thing. I didn't know it existed until that point because he was not in my algorithm.
Mhm.
But I will say that he tries to defend himself to almost a nauseating point where, and you have said this, we've talked about it multiple times, he has this desperate need to have the last word, to be right, to be seen as like the good person in this situation that can do no wrong, and he has this pedestal like mentality where everything he's doing is being done for a good reason, and if it's not for a good reason, it's someone else's fault, i.e. Pyro.
Right.
Like, that seems to be the majority of the issue, is he has an issue with either Pyro's content, and that he seems to think that, you know, his content is better than Pyro, so why should Pyro be the one that's holding up TBH when whatever? Like, why can't you just be okay with that, even if that's the point? It comes off as an extreme amount of molding to me.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's what he's going to be known for from here on out.
Right.
Yeah.
So
what a fall from grace.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's a very big fall from grace. And if I had any kind of closing thoughts, any kind of closing remarks, I think the biggest thing is that for NerdCity, I do kind of hope that you find what you're looking for in your audience. It's okay, but I think moving forward, don't shit on other people's audiences and stop fighting your own. Honestly speaking, you turned people off from being fans of yours because you were constantly fighting them, and you fed the idea that you would fight back. So that's pretty much it. Don't fight with your audience, guys. Literally just stop fighting with your audiences. That is my biggest takeaway. I want to give a very